Thorndale Temple.
Young people can learn a great deal from a skillfully played football game. Offense, defense, spirit of achievement, teamwork. You might say the game embodies what has made our country great. It's a great game. It's played by great men.
Years come and go, but tradition never dies. The goal remains the same now as in the beginning. Players may change, but football season never will. Now, Yo Football will look to carry those traditions through another season. This is Fighting Yo Football. This broadcast of Yo Football is brought to you in part by Cameron Autoplex, your Chrysler Dodge Jeep dealer, Ebco Development, by Melanie Romine, your Edward Jones representative, Buckholz State Bank in Cameron, Buckholz, and Rogers, by Budget Host Inn and Suites, Cox's Heating and Air Conditioning, by Syntex Auto in Temple, Just Chiropractic of Temple, Denio's Furniture, Flooring, and Fireplaces, by Citizens National Bank, Cameron Farm and Ranch Company, by Milam County Livestock Auction in Cameron, Temple Heat and Air, by Lisa Roden, your Germania Insurance Agent, Caliber Metal of Cameron, by Central Avenue Bistro in Cameron, Legacy Nursing and Rehabilitation, and by Standards Home Health. And now, it's game time with Brett Everhart and Kenny Driska.
The end of the regular season is in sight. In fact, right in front of us here tonight in McGregor, the Cameron Yo football team is aiming to break out of a late season funk in their regular season finale on the road tonight. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brett Everhart alongside Kenny Driska here in McGregor as Cameron Yo meets up with the Bulldogs in a very important game as far as the playoffs are concerned. Driska and I will be discussing those possibilities and previewing tonight's matchup as part of our pregame show here tonight. You're listening to Yo Football on 105.1 The Ranch.
Discover the many services that Standards Home Health can provide for you or a loved one in need of in-home health care, like skilled nursing care, home health aides, cardiac recovery, pulmonary recovery, physical therapy, speech therapy, and occupational therapy services. And for those difficult times, they provide compassionate hospice care. Standards Home Health, raising the standards for in-home health care in the state of Texas. Call today for a free in-home consultation, 1-888-671-7007.
You know, I remember when I went down to talk to the bank, all I had was a used set of tools and a dream. Now I've got my own business.
Over the years, we've helped a lot of people achieve their goals. We've often seen a good idea and hard, honest work turn into a successful business. A strong bank is built on strong relationships.
It's good to know you got a strong bank behind you.
Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, rated one of the nation's strongest banks.
We are back on the pregame show here tonight in McGregor as we get you ready for a huge District 11-3A tilt between Cameron and McGregor. There is a lot on the line in this one here for Cameron tonight, as this is essentially a playoff game for Cameron, Kenny.
Yeah, Brett, I don't know the exact playoff scenarios, as it's kind of a jumbled mess, but I know that Coach Brashear knows what they are, and I know he's said that the winner of this game has about a 95% chance of making the playoffs, so that's what we got to do here tonight.
Yeah, talking to him this morning, look, the simplest thing you can do is win and be in.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically that easy. Yeah. I mean, really. Yeomen have been able to at least control their destiny tonight and really – we need to see about snapping out of a two-game skid and really get moving in the right direction. So this is a team that's not accustomed to losing like this. So where are they mentally, Kenny?
Again, that's a great question, Brett. I'm not sure it's one that I can answer. That one's got to be answered, tonight, I think, by our players and our coaches. And the good thing is we're going to get the answer to it here in a couple of hours.
Yeah, we should have an answer for sure. Of course, leadership is also an important component when it comes to a football team, whether that's the coach, the players. What do you need to see them prove here tonight?
Well, I think that's something that sometimes can be really hard to judge. It's something that you don't always have in every senior class, and it may be something that with our young team starting and playing so many underclassmen that, as we still, lack at this late point in the season, and so it's really hard to say.
Yeah, you and I have talked off and on about how this is a young team. We've made mention of that. It's no longer necessarily an excuse. But at the same time, when you have so many young kids and not a whole lot of seniors, it's sometimes hard to find leadership.
Yeah, it can be, and last year's senior class had a lot of leadership in it, and sometimes, if you get a group that's very dominant in that trait, that they overshadow the group that's behind them for a while. And so when those guys graduate, sometimes you don't have somebody that's able to step into that role.
For about 4 or 5 weeks now, you and I have seen Cameron come out guns blazing offensively in the first half, only to see leads slip away or nearly erased. Second half offense has just really been a major issue for the Yeomen lately. So how do you fix that? Is it fixable?
I think a lot of it maybe is focus and being able to implement what the adjustments are that they're being asked to make in the locker room and that sort of thing. It's something that we've struggled with for sure, and so hopefully we'll do a better job of it tonight.
Defensively, on the other hand, this team has played well enough and about as well as you could ask. In fact, they've done enough to win, but really have kind of gotten the short end of the stick, if you know what I mean. In the later stages, it seems like sometimes in the last few weeks, they've been on the field for a large chunk of time.
Yeah, definitely, and that's something that I think that, if we can get our offense to sustain some drives and things, that's something that can help the defense out, gives them more time to rest and not to mention that, if you can build a lead, you can kind of dictate what the other team is going to have to do, giving your defense an even greater advantage where they can, sometimes kind of pin their ears back and, sick them.
So fixing offense will fix everything.
Good, for sure. No guarantees, but yeah.
All right, enough about Cameron. Let's talk about tonight's opponent. Cameron has a big game here against McGregor. The Bulldogs have been a dark horse this year. They really kind of threw a kink in things early with an upset win over Rockdale, and they've really managed to give just about everyone and anyone a really close game. This has been a gutsy football team.
Yeah, they've beaten both Rockdale and Troy, which are two of the top 3 teams in the standings right now. So that they are a good team for sure.
Offensively, the Bulldogs have managed to score tons of points, especially here in district, when you'd think points would be harder to come by. But that's not really been an issue. They've got a lot of starters back on this side of the field, and how important is that?
Experience, there's no, substitution for experience, and so that's got to be something that's been helpful for them, along with the fact that, I think they had a coaching change about a year or so ago, and so, coaches, have been able to be here and get to know their kids and what their abilities are and put their systems in place and that sort of thing. So I'm sure that's something that's definitely helped them.
Let's hear what Coach Tommy Brashear had to say about the McGregor offense.
Well, they're very multiple on offense. They're spread offense. They're all shotgun, but they'll get some 1-back, 2-back, even a little bit of 3-back, not very much. They're getting some 1 tight end formations and some 2 tight end formations, and again, all shotgun. So, but very multiple. They don't run a whole lot of different plays. They just get in different formations and run a lot of the same plays, trying to get angles on you in the blocking, in the run game for blocking and things like that. So, and trying to gain numbers on you. They'll get some unbalanced formations where you've got to adjust your defense to balance up, so they don't got you outnumbered on one side or the other. So they do those types of things. But key players for him, number 6, downhill running back for him. He's a junior. He's around 1,150 yards, somewhere around there with 13 touchdowns. Quarterback number 10 is a dual threat. He's accounted for about 29 total this year. He'll scramble. If you get pressure on him, he'll scramble and he'll still look to throw it, but he can tuck it and go also. And they run the ball with him, quarterback run plays, and he's a little more elusive. Number 6, the running back's more of a one-cut downhill kind of guy. Quarterback's a little bit more elusive kind of guy. So, good little tandem they have back there in the backfield for running the ball. Wide receiver number 7, they spread the ball around a lot, but wide receiver number 7, probably their best, better one of the bunch. And wide receiver number 1 also, there's 2 seniors there for him. Do a good job for him in the passing game, but they'll spread around any of them. Center number 50 does a really good job of getting them in, communicating up there, getting the right protection calls and blocking scheme calls and things like that. And probably their best lineman, though, is right tackle number 68 is a senior for them.
All right, so you heard him there. We talked about before that experience is a key for the Bulldogs, and you heard almost every one of the skilled top players there is a senior. Huge advantage.
Yeah, for sure. And some of those guys are some really good-looking kids, Brett. They've got senior night going on right now, and, we watched all those seniors walk by and get introduced in front of us here this evening. And, like number 7, that guy looks like he could be playing on Saturdays for sure. So definitely a good-looking group.
Let's hear what Coach Tommy Brashear had to say about the defense this morning.
Scheme they run, they base out of a 3-4. When we get in our 2 running back offensive formations, though, it's going to be more like a 4-3 look that we they're going to put them in the box, and in a 2-back formations, it could be a good time to throw the ball. We have some good matchups, I think. I think we'll have some good matchups throughout the night in the passing game. But we do need to establish the run. We've got to find a way to establish the run so we're not one-dimensional and having to just throw it the whole time, and we can be balanced and do both. Key players for him, number 6, who also is a running back, inside linebacker. He's only a junior, really good player for him, good tackler. A good nose for the ball, physical young man. Number 68 also starts on the O-line for him. It's the one I mentioned as their best lineman, probably their best D-lineman as well. He's a senior, physical, hard-nosed, run-stopping kind of guy. They got a big nose guard that they put in there. I didn't write his number and name down, but he doesn't move great, but he does a good job of clogging up the holes there on the inside. Number 13, outside linebacker for him as a senior, is probably their best in the linebacking outside linebacking crew. Makes a lot of plays, get all around the ball a lot. And then number 1 is a corner for him. The senior is probably their best secondary guy, athletic young man, has a little size to him, height to him, moves really well. So they've got some talent for sure.
That is a look at the defense. Kenny, this team kind of reminds me a little bit of Troy defensively. Give up a lot of points, but they've been scrapping enough to win games that they need to. With that said, what we saw with Troy, are we now anticipating a low-scoring game?
Well, everything, Brett, in my mind kind of points to having a shootout
right.
With, the way that they've been able to score points so much. And with the, then couple that with the fact that they've given up so many scores. So all of that kind of, to me, points to a high-scoring affair. And with my recent history of predictions, that then tells me I should go the opposite way of what I think and say that, this is going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, which means it'll be a high-scoring game. Exactly. All right. We've been breaking down the McGregor Bulldogs here tonight. Kickoff is approaching us here at the field. We'll be back shortly with more on the pregame show. We'll talk playoffs, and we've got keys to the game. That's coming up next.
In sports, as in cars, everyone loves a great drive. Centex Auto is dedicated to bringing you a great drive every single time you get in the car. Whether you're listening to the game or you're behind the wheel, when you need a car, go to the Buy Here, Pay Here dealer, Centex Auto. Check out both locations in Temple or visit them online at centex-auto.com. As you listen in on this great drive, remember that Centex Auto is a proud supporter of all Central Texas athletes.
This is Brad Vosselman. With Cameron Farm and Ranch Company, we realize firsthand all the hard work and dedication that all high school students put in to perform their best on game day. We also know how hard producers work to keep their livestock and crops performing at their best. Stop in and we'll find the tools you need to keep your animals in shape and performing well. At Cameron Farm and Ranch, we're in the game on 4th and inches. And around here, when we say go yo, we mean
go yo!
Welcome back here. The final minutes of our pregame show as Cameron prepares to meet McGregor in an important district clash. These two teams battling not only for their playoff lives, but possibly even playoff position as well. Kenny, Cameron is in a spot not many would have predicted at the beginning of the year, needing to win to get in, basically. Is it possible to have too much pressure on you right now?
At this point in the season, though, Brett, we're talking about, if we win this game, we're going to the playoffs. Well, playoffs is win and continue or lose and you're done, So basically that's what we've just started our playoff run this week, If we win, we're in the playoffs and we continue on in the playoffs. If we lose, then we're pretty much done and, time to start thinking about getting the basketballs out.
Yeah, I think the basic scenario that we've been discussing, talking to Coach Brashear, that basically to make it easy on everybody, you just win and you're in. there are some scenarios where you could still win and potentially not get in, but it's like a minute chance that would require a lot of help.
Yeah,
put it that way.
There would have to be some upsets in some of the other games.
It would require
between this week
Rockdale,
and next week.
For instance, Rockdale would have to lose out, as an example, which could happen, but not necessarily likely, right?
Right,
so
exactly, yeah.
Easiest way to do is take care of your end when you're in.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like I say. I mean, that's what the playoffs are. You win and you continue to play, and so we basically are starting our playoff run here tonight. You know,
it is. Of course, we've also heard from Tommy that there's potential we could pick up a game. That Cameron could pick up a game next week. We'll see about that. He doesn't want to have a week off necessarily, but. Trying to find a game this late in the year when everybody's still in the midst of district and dealing with COVID repercussions makes it a little bit difficult. So we'll see.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, you always want to try to stay in routine as a coach. I mean, we're creatures of habit, so we want to stay in routine. We want to do the same thing we did last Monday, this Monday, and next Monday, But, the other thing is if you do qualify for the playoffs, you're going to qualify as basically, kind of a fourth place seed. And so you're going to play, a number one seed from another district. So you might also consider, hey, maybe we just need to take 2 weeks and start preparing for that team, versus, preparing for them with a shorter, or a regular turnaround. So, there's positives and benefits on both sides of the argument, I think.
All right, well, let's get to some keys to the game here tonight. Your pregame keys brought to you by Mark Burns Laywell Funeral Home, serving Central Texas families since 1908. What you got?
My first one, again, is that I think we need to establish the run with Johnson and Bynum in the backfield. It gives us kind of that 1-2 punch back there. And then once we open that up, or once we, establish that, I think it'll help us open up the passing game once, we've got them drawn in. And then the other thing that does is I think that helps our defense by, and limits the points that they can score by keeping them off the field. And our young defense has got to step up again tonight. They've played really well throughout the district outside of the Rockdale game for the most part, so we need another solid performance out of them tonight. And then, we've got to eliminate those mistakes. We had some personal fouls last week in the second half. We can't have that. We can't give away first downs and yardage. And we had also had some missed assignments on both the offense and in the secondary last week, and we can't play that way either. We've got to play error free.
Surprised that a quick start in the second half not on that list?
I don't know if it's, if we need a quick start, if we need a solid start, if we need I guess you could. That definitely would be a good one to add, Brett, for sure. But I guess I'm thinking about game, full game. What do we got to do? And I think the quick start gives us a chance to do everything else that we've got to do throughout the ball game.
I agree. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back with just a few minutes left to go before our opening kickoff. It's a big District 11-3A matchup between Cameron and McGregor. You're listening to Yo Football on 105.1 The Ranch.
You've been doing something with satisfied customers since 1984. You've been doing something right. I'm Jason Donald. That's the story of Edco Development, providing quality new construction, remodeling, and roofing with complete customer satisfaction. We have the knowledge and experience to get the job done right the first time, and are a proud member of the Better Business Bureau. Start your building project by calling Edco Development at 254-697-2186. That's 254-697-2186.
So you're feeling out of alignment. Don't ignore the signs that maybe they'll go away. Head straight to Just Chiropractic in Temple and see Dr. Barbara Proctor. With over 20 years experience, she'll get you adjusted and on your way with no hassles, contracts, or startup costs. Just Chiropractic is the home of the affordable adjustment, offering $20 spinal adjustments anytime. No appointments necessary and no insurance needed. It's Just Chiropractic, located at 1915 West Avenue in Mid-Temple, or call 254-791-5045.
Back here in McGregor at Bulldog Stadium here, as we are just a couple of minutes away from our opening kickoff here tonight. We will bring you, of course, that here in just a few minutes. Let's get to our starting lineups here tonight. As tonight's starting lineup is sponsored by Barrel Bump Smokers. They specialize in those customized Ugly Drum style smokers. You can find them on Facebook to get more information, but doing wonderful work and make smoking wonderful, fantastic meats super easy. Making you hungry yet?
Man, anytime I think about food, I get hungry. So, and smoked and smoked meat, man, yeah, there's not much better than that.
They're doing wonderful things to make it easy for you too. So if you're a novice, don't be scared of Barrel Bump Smokers. All right, let's get to the lineup for the Cameron Yeomen. Offensively, the receivers will be Pharrell Hemphill, Zachorian Spikes, Fabian Bynum, and Casey Goolsby. The offensive line is Colby Arley, Cash Gelder, Hunter Hux, Garfield England, and Trenton Nix. The quarterback tonight is Zane Zidert, and the running back is Keyshawn Johnson. Meanwhile, on the defense, on the line, it's Dominic Rangel, Colby Arty, and Eduardo Gill. The linebackers, Armando Reyes, Colton Barbo, Angel Martinez, Landon Green. The cornerbacks, Zachorian Spikes and Fabian Bynum, and the safeties, Pharrell Hemphill and Randy Flores. And let's get you to that national anthem. Your national anthem. You can also, sounds like, hear the, what is it, a car horn? Train horn?
That's a train horn.
Train horn? Yeah. It's loud.
Real.
It is right. You'll hear that, I am sure, at some point here tonight. Probably, I don't know, do they fire that thing off at kickoff? Like, I don't even know.
You know, a lot of teams that have those will use them when they score, and so that's what I was going to say is I hope we don't hear much of it
I don't want to hear
you
much
know.
of that, but, I thought it might be like the cannon at A&M where they fired at every kickoff. Like, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, let's see. By the way, as we welcome you in here, we've got our captains out there for the opening coin toss. Let's see, we've got Hunter Hux, Eduardo Gill, Trenton Nix, and Colton Barbo are the game day captains, but I believe Eduardo Gill is the one who's actually out there. The Bulldogs have won the toss and have elected to receive. And so that's where things will stand as far as the opening coin toss, which tonight is brought to you by Juanez Mexican Restaurant in Cameron, a fine Mexican restaurant establishment. They have got some good stuff over there, too, by the way.
Yeah, they do have some really good items over there. The Mr. Mac Taco is one of their specialties over there that some folks that in my family really like.
I know that guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He really is. He is.
Oh, by the way, before our kickoff here tonight, we are live on the internet, KMIL.com. The audio stream available right there by clicking on the Listen Live button. Of course, those of you are also available to stream this game on video, too, thanks to our good friends at SportPicksUSA.net. Happy to have the Kelms aboard for that all season long and providing a wonderful, wonderful video feed tied in with our audio so that you can watch the game as though you were watching it on, Fox Sports, ESPN, something
yeah,
like
exactly.
that?
Yeah, I mean, their broadcast is phenomenal. It's not like watching some, Facebook Live video off of somebody's cell phone.
I'll put it this way. They make us look professional.
Yeah, they're really good.
All right, getting ready for our opening kickoff here tonight in McGregor as the Yeomen are coming out with white jerseys with gray pants with a maroon and white stripe down the side and white helmets. McGregor all in black with white numbers as the Yeomen will prepare to kick off. Our opening kickoff here tonight brought to you by A&R Cattle Company in Burlington.
Brett, if I'm not mistaken, this might be the first game all season long I've seen where who won the toss elected to receive. Everyone else I feel like is elected to defer.
Seems there's been a lot of defers, which seems like happens a lot. Here's our kickoff. That is going to be fielded by McGregor at about the 16-yard line. He'll come up, makes a first man miss, makes the first couple of defenders miss, and he will go down after being drugged down near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and Randy Flores actually came out of the pile, or was it Colton Barber? No, I think it was Hubnick came out of the pile with the ball there, but I think the young man was already down whenever he wrestled it away from him.
So, 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. They will have it right at the 40-yard line. The McGregor Bulldogs will move from left to right on the radio dial, as a defense out on the field first. And McGregor will come out with a spread formation, 5 wide receivers, 3 to the left and 2 to the right. Now moving a bunch of folks around. And they will have one man in the backfield next to the quarterback, and he's the man that gets the call. He will come around the right side and pick up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, they're just with the kind of that shift there. They're trying to gain a man advantage with their blocking scheme there. And our guys did a good job of adjusting to it, and Landon Green and one of our other young men did a good job of falling down on whenever it closed down on the block there.
So 2nd down and 6. 11:24 and counting down here in this first. Brought to you by Raptor P Trucking. Man in motion is going to be an option here. They on the end around, and they are going to defense blows this one up, and they will bring him down for a loss of a couple of yards.
Yeah, Yeoman defense did an outstanding job on the jet sweep right there. Armando Reyes kept his outside contained, and Barbo, I think, made first contact and really slowed him down so the rest of the defense over there on that side of the ball could get to the young man and wrestle him to the ground.
Yeah, excellent job by the defense to read the keys because it looked like a read option. Quarterback tried to read that and read it wrong. Yeoman able to blow it up. Now setting trips off to the right side is the quarterback. That will be DeAndre McDaniel, who looks to throw now, rolling to his right, now being chased around, spins out of one sack, and now he's going to launch one deep. And that ball's going to hang up there, though, and will be tipped. Ball to the ground as Yeoman had a chance at an interception, and it falls instead incomplete.
Yeah, we had a chance at a sack, a second chance at a sack, a chance at an interception, a second chance at an interception. And the best thing about it all is it's 4th down. They're going to have to punt.
Will be 4th down, 4th and 7 here for the Bulldogs from their own 43-yard line, and ready to punt one away to the Yeoman, who will send 2 deep, both standing back around the 20-yard line.
Looks like Sanchez and is that Fabian Bynum back there with him?
10:27 to go here in this opening quarter. As the punt is going to be a short one. May have got a piece of that to the Yeoman.
I think somebody got a piece of that, Brett, because that ball went not straight sideways, but it sure took off at an angle and looked like it had a funny spin to it. So I think somebody got in there, got a paw on that one.
Looks that way, and it's going to end up working out well for the Yeoman. They will have the football at their own 43-yard line.
Great start by that Yo defense so far. You got to be really happy and really pleased with that first drive right there.
10:20 on the clock here in the Raptor P Trucking first quarter. The offensive, as from their own 43-yard line, 1st and 10, moving right to left. Dial this time. And the Yeoman will come out with Zeinert at quarterback, and he's got 2 receivers off to his left side. One man alone to the right. That's going to come in motion. It's going to be a toss sweep to him. He's looking for the edge. He's going to try to spin out of a tackle, but instead goes down immediately, and he'll gain maybe half a yard.
That was Zakorian Spikes on that speed sweep right there. It's a forward pass because Zane kind of pitches it to him there so that if there's a problem with the exchange or whatever, it just goes as an incomplete. We hadn't really seen that in a while, but it's good that we're trying to get Zakorian into the action, into the game plan early here.
Now a 2nd down and 9 for Cameron. Inside of 10 minutes left in the opening quarter. 2-back set for the Yeoman. Going to be a handoff around the right side, and Bynum looking for the edge. He's going to find the corner and pick up about 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, just basically a student body or a sweep right to Hemphill there in the backfield. We've used Farrell, at the wideout spot and at the running back spot, moved him around a lot, and he was following Big Johnson around out there and, picked up a nice gain right there.
So 3rd down for the offense here. 3rd and 4 from just shy of midfield. Their own 49-yard line. Trips off to the left side, trying to set up the screen. That pass is going to be high and incomplete.
Yeah, Zane just it looked like he maybe rushed himself a little bit. He didn't have a good handle on the ball and floated that one a little bit over Case and Goolsby's head.
So the incomplete brings up 4th down for the Yeomen, and it'll be at their own. Should be at the 49-yard line. They moved it back.
I think they said it was a lateral, Brett, and so when the ball went out of bounds, we lost yardage on the play.
That's interesting. So twins to each side this time, but now Zinert going to back up and flags come in.
Yeah, their defensive line shifted, and when they did, one of our offensive linemen jumped. He was peeking at their movement instead of watching the ball.
And that will back the Cameron Yeomen up after the false start, and will for sure be a punt.
False start called against Cameron. 5-yard penalty takes the ball back to the
9:38 on the clock here in the Rafter P Trucking first quarter. Scoreless ball game here in this one. Yeomen preparing to punt on 4th down and 11. 2 back for McGregor at their own 15-yard line. To punt. And it's going to be a low line drive punt. That'll take a bounce around the 20, fielded at the 15. Making his way forward for a couple of yards is going to be Dayton Threadgill, number 1 for the McGregor Bulldogs.
Nice job by the special teams there after a kind of a disappointing drive by the Yo offense. Great job by Spikes of getting down there and making the tackle there. Would have liked to see him maybe a little more air on that punt right there, but Zakorian did such a great job getting down there and making the tackle.
Now pins the Bulldogs at their own 20-yard line. 9:29 on the clock here in the Rafter P Trucking first quarter. From the pistol formation, going to be a handoff, trying to find the right side, but nothing doing there. He's going to be right back to the line of scrimmage.
That was a little play where, kind of like a lead play, where they're taking a backside lineman and folding him in there, Brett. And Dominic Rangel did a great job of attacking, pulling linemen, so there was no place for the back to go on that play.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10 here for the Bulldogs from their own 20-yard line. Clock continuing to run inside of 9 minutes to go in the opening quarter. There are 3 receivers off to the left side here for McDaniel, the senior quarterback, looking to throw. And now flushed out of the pocket, rolling to his right, going to take off running. Stiff arms one man, but then immediately goes down on an ankle tackle.
And we're doing a great job with the coverage there, Brett. The problem is that when the coverage prevents the quarterback from able to make a throw, he's a good athlete back there, and he can get out of the pocket in a hurry.
McDaniel, a 6'1", 185 senior. And we knew he was a dual threat, likes to take off when necessary. It's going to be 3rd and short here for the Bulldogs from the shotgun, and the quarterback's going to keep. But he is going to be stood up at the line of scrimmage, and it will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, great job by Barbo and Reyes and number 60. Is that number 66, Hunter Hucks? Yeah, they're just blowing up that lead blocker on that play and preventing them from getting the 1st down.
So
big decision for McGregor here, 4th and 1, deep in their own end zone. Do they go for it here or do they punt? You got to think they punt here, don't you?
Should be 4th and 1. Quarterback is on the field. That's Deandre McDaniel, unless he is the punter. Not sure what will happen, but on 4th and 1, they line up in the pistol formation. It looks like they are trying to get the Yeomen off sides. Instead, looks like we'll see a timeout taken by the McGregor Bulldogs. They'll have 2 remaining. We'll take a timeout with them. 7:28 on the clock here in this Rafter P Trucking first quarter. We are scoreless. 4th and 1 for the Bulldogs when we come back. This is Yo Football at 105 on the Ranch.
The Grand Power Days at Cameron Autoplex in Cameron, Texas. The 2021 models will be arriving soon, and we still have a great selection of 2020 ramps to choose from. Hurry in and save $10,000 off MSRP on a fully loaded Ram 1500 Lone Star Crew Cab. Plus, competitive pickup owners get an additional $1,000 off. Or how about $6,000 off that new diesel to pull that new RV or boat? Grand Power Days won't last much longer, so make that short drive and see why everyone says it's always cheaper and friendlier in Cameron.
Welcome back here at Bulldog Stadium here in McGregor. We are scoreless, and the Bulldogs facing a huge 4th down and 1 on their own end of the field from their own 29-yard line.
Yeah, you know, they tried to draw us off sides there, Brett, and call the timeout, but you got to make sure that they don't do it here.
And they are going to line up in a shotgun formation, and the quarterback going to keep this one, and he's going to get right near the yard to gain. I think he got it. They say he did. First down for the Bulldogs on the 1-yard scamper by the quarterback.
Yeah, they came out and kind of went with a real quick count there, and we weren't. It's not that we weren't ready. It's just it's tough to really get geared up whenever they go with such a quick count, when they only need a yard.
So clock running. Coming up on 7 minutes to go in the Rafter P Trucking first quarter. 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs in a scoreless ball game. Twins off to the left side here for McDaniel. Also got Twins to his right. And he sends one in motion, now takes off running around the right side on a quarterback keeper and ends up with nice yardage. Got 8 on the carry.
Yeah, and that was nothing more than a design quarterback counter, Brett, where he was faking the handoff to the back going to the left, and the left side guard and tackle are pulling around to the right. So he kind of had a nice convoy there, and so we're lucky that really that play didn't go for more than it was, or more than it did.
2nd down and 2 from their own 39-yard line now. 6.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Twins off to the left, Twins off to the right for McDaniel. Another man in motion here. Quarterback, though, takes a handoff and looking to throw. Lets it go as he's hit, and that's going to be a long pass that will fall incomplete.
Yeah, they ran that same motion that they ran earlier on that first drive with that speed sweep motion, and this time the quarterback kind of read it like you talked about him possibly doing, and tried to hit us deep there. You know, 2nd and short, that's always a great play action time, you know, to fake a run play and try to hit somebody deep right there. But I tell you, Iverson Brazil was running step for step with the receiver there, and so did a great job.
Well, after the incomplete 3rd down and 2 now for the Bulldogs. We are scoreless here in McGregor tonight. Bulldogs this time coming out. Shotgun formation. 3 in the backfield with the quarterback. Takes a handoff here, now rolls to his left. Throws on the run. High, and that ball is going to be incomplete.
Wow. Pistol formation there, and they kind of ran a counter bootleg where they faked the run play to the right, and the quarterback bootlegged out to his left-hand side. It was a really difficult play to defend right there. That play is almost always an automatic first down, and we had him pretty well covered, but, man, this ball still went in and out of the receiver's hands.
So brings up a 4th down again here for the Bulldogs. 4th and 2, their second 4th down of this drive.
And you got to figure if they went for it on the 30, they're probably going to go. It looks like they are.
From the pistol formation, quick snap, hands off around the right side. He's found some blockers, and he is going to pick up nice yardage up around midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, they just kind of outmanned us and just ran a lead play over the right side there with some extra blockers, and we just didn't have enough guys there to make the stop before the first down.
So 6 minutes left here in the opening quarter after the first down run by McGregor. The Bulldogs with the football on the move. 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Scoreless here this opening quarter. Bulldogs come to the line here again in that pistol formation. It's going to be a heavy set. Quarterback hands off this time around the left side, and he is going to have nice yardage here. 9 yards on the carry around the left side, but a flag on the play.
Yeah, and I didn't see what the penalty was during the play. I didn't pick it up, so I have to wait for the officials here to give some determination. Looks like it must have been
holding against the Bulldogs. That will negate what was a nice run. So instead of 2nd and 1, that will back McGregor up, and they'll do it again.
Yeah, and it was a lead play over the kind of the what we call the weak side of the line of scrimmage. You know, they've got more linemen on the right side than they do on the left, so the left side of the line of scrimmage is the weak side there. And so, you know, we kind of loaded up on the heavy side because of the play before, and then they ran it back to the other side.
So backed up to their own 47-yard line. It's 1st and 13 here for the Bulldogs. Came out in a pistol, now rearranged. Twins to each side. Quarterback going to keep around the left side. Bends out, loses the football, picks it up, now still on his feet, and the Yeoman will then corral him back at about the line of scrimmage.
Wow, Brett, what a crazy play. The guy bounces the ball like a basketball on the turf, loops around to pick it up and runs a little squirrel pattern and ends up making about a yard or two out of it. I tell you, that guy's a good athlete, Brett.
So back to the line of scrimmage, 2nd down and 13. After a crazy play, McGregor is fortunate to have the football still.
The guy ran about 10 yards and never moved about 3 yards.
4:45 on the clock and counting down here in the Rafter P Trucking first quarter. Twins to each side here for McDaniel. Quarterback takes the low snap, looking to throw. Looking left, now looking right, throws that way, got the slant. That ball caught up across the 40 to the 35 and into the 30-yard line. A huge first down and a big play for the Bulldogs.
That was a really good play by their quarterback, Brett. He stepped up in the pocket with all kinds of defenders rushing around him and guys that were, about to get a hand on him and delivered a strike.
Bulldogs go to the hurry up. Going to hand off this time. Try to squirt his way back around the right side after leading left and picks up about 3-4 yards.
And that's something I heard about the Bulldog offense is when they get things going, they try to run tempo like that, speed up, run their plays really quick right there. A lot of people call it Texas Tech because their school that did it so much. A lot of people call it NASCAR because like a tire change in a NASCAR pit stop. But when they make a big gainer like that, they're going to try to go tempo.
Inside of 4 minutes to go on the opening quarter. We are still scoreless. It's 2nd and 6 here for the Bulldogs. They go to the pistol formation, and it's going to be a handoff on the left side, trying to find that way. And it's going to be right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got an extra yard or two.
Nice job by Colton Barber there again, reading that play, skating outside, avoiding the blockers, and getting a hold to the running back.
I think he did get a yard. So 1 yard gain, 3rd down and 5 here for the Bulldogs from the Yo 25-yard line.
Coach Brashear mentioned it in the pregame about how many, they use a lot of different formations, and he's exactly right. I mean, they use all kinds of different formations, and it looks like they're going with another one here.
Bulldogs do have to run a play in from the sideline every play, or just about. They come out this time with, again, twins to each side. Quarterback, though, going to hand off here. Finds a huge hole around the left side. He's going to be inside the 5, and he will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And it was a counter play over the left-hand side. I really thought that the play clock had expired there, Brett, but that's one of those things where a lot of times you'll get an extra tick because the referee has to look and see, when does the clock hit 0 and when do you snap the ball. It's really difficult to judge.
With 2:57 on the game clock here in this opening quarter, the Bulldogs have struck first, 6-0. Now trying for the extra point here. Extra point try is going to be through, and it's now a 7-0 ball game. So McGregor is on top here early in this one. It's 2:57 to go in the Rafter P Trucking first quarter. Yeoman find themselves in an early hole. This is Yo Football at 105 on the Ranch.
At Standards Home Health, they believe that you deserve compassionate, honest, and reliable care from only the finest healthcare professionals. Call the professionals at Standards Home Health to find out more about home health services. You have a choice when it comes to choosing a home health provider. Choose the provider that has raised the standards in home health care across the state of Texas. Standards Home Health and Hospice. 1-888-671-7007. 1-888-671-7007.
Welcome back here in McGregor. The Bulldogs have taken the early lead in this one. Now 7-0 after a touchdown run from 25 yards out. And the Bulldogs out in front kicking the extra point to make it 7-0. It's 2:57 to go here in this first quarter, brought to you by Rafter P Trucking. And the Yo football team now looking to rebound here.
Yeah, the defense, was bending, and then unfortunately kind of broke right there at the very end. And that was a drive. That's a tough drive right there because they took a lot of time off the clock right there.
2:57 all that's left in the opening quarter here. A must-win game for the Cameron Yeomen. A really must-win for both these teams. This is essentially a playoff game.
Yeah.
McGregor Bulldogs getting ready to kick off here, leading 7-0 here at Bulldog Stadium in McGregor. It's going to be a high, short kick. That'll be fielded at the 29-yard line. Dancing around, trying to find some blockers. Then will be tripped up near the 34-yard line.
And Green, I tell you, he put a few moves on them guys that there's left some guys out of their shoes there just about.
Yeah, a couple of Bulldogs look like are on the turf. They're going to check on one of those. One was able to get up, but I think they had a collision themselves.
Yeah, I think they kind of dove at Landon and missed him and ran into each other.
So with 2:49 on the clock, we may wait to see what kind of situation we have here before we step away. But Yeoman really need an answer here in this next drive, I think.
Yeah, we've obviously struggled to score a little bit, especially in the second half, and so we don't need to put ourselves in a position where we have to come back for sure. We've got to try to match these guys at least point for point. They've been able to score a lot of points on everybody all season long, and so they're not the kind of team that you want to get behind. That's for sure.
Well, they are still tending to the player that is down. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back in just a moment. The Yeoman trailing 7-0 here at McGregor. We're back in a moment.
With more than 100 years of serving Central Texas, Buckholz State Bank is all about you, the customer. Banking with a personal touch. That's what Buckholz Bank does best. At Buckholz State Bank, you're not just a number. Discover the difference. Stop in at any of their 3 locations and visit with a personal banker about becoming a valued customer. Because we care. Buckholz State Bank in Buckholz, Cameron Branch Buckholz State Bank, and Rogers Bank. Member FDIC.
Back here in McGregor, as the player is now up off the turf for McGregor, and he will be helped off.
Yeah, it looked like they were looking at his knee there, Brett, and he's still, they've helped him up, but he hadn't taken a step yet. They've got a guy on each shoulder, so yeah, he's gently putting a little bit of weight on there, kind of dragging it off the field a little bit. That's one of their big linemen there, looks like. Is that number 53?
Yeah, it looks that way.
The injured Bulldog being helped off the field.
Yeah, Frank Cruz, number 53.
Cruz, yeah. Big sophomore linebacker.
So with 2:49 after the injury on the kickoff return, Yeoman have the football, trailing 7-0 here, and it will be Cameron football from their own 34-yard line. Yo offense will look to get things going and look for an answer after McGregor went 80 yards and capped it off with a 25-yard touchdown run.
It looks like Coach Bashir is trying to spark the Yo offense. He's inserted Ryan Muniz as the backup quarterback for this series.
So new quarterback here, but it will be a handoff. Looking around the right corner, tries to find the edge. Got a couple of yards as he was forced to the sideline.
And it's Pharrell Hemphill again, who's back in the backfield there with just kind of a zone play over the right side of the line of scrimmage there.
That'll bring up a 2nd down and 7.
3-yard gain on the play takes the
here for the Yo offense.
2nd and 7.
Clock at 2:40 as the Yeomen come to the line here. Still in the opening quarter, McGregor leading 7-0. Well, he's trying to settle everybody down. Twins off to his right side. 2 in the backfield with him. He's going to look to throw here. Throws off to the right side, trying to set up a screen. Now he's going to give ground, tries to find an edge. Looking for a blocker around the far side of the field, then towards the near side, and then he's going to get thrown out of bounds, but no flag here.
Wow, Brett, yeah, he was pretty far out of the field of play right there. I'm really shocked that the officials didn't throw a flag on that. And that's one of those plays where, you're like, quit giving ground. But, in the grand scheme of things, he lost a yard. And, Zakorian could go anywhere on that play. Or I guess, yeah, he did use a couple yards. But he could really go on that play if he could break loose.
So lost 4 on that play, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for the offense here. 2:28 on the clock. Yeoman facing a huge 3rd down right now.
I'd love to see like a draw right here, Brett. I think would be a great play.
Well, Twins deep side. Quarterback wasn't looking for the football. It's going to be hiked to him anyway. It gets behind him. He's going to have to slide on top of it, and he will at least recover the football, but that's going to be a huge mistake. It brings up 4th down for the Yeomen inside their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Ryan was still trying to work on getting Johnson lined up on that, and the center snapped the ball, and it kind of went right between the two of them there. So lucky to be able to jump on the ball there to preserve the possession and be able to come out and punt it away.
So on 4th and a bunch, Yeoman back to punt. From his own about 5-yard line is Zeinert. And he'll get this punt off. Barely. It's going to be a good one, though. Bounces at the 30 or 41-yard line and immediately brought down by the punt cover team. And that is a huge special teams play there.
Yeah, that's Colton Barbo, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think Colton may be our center for our deep snapper on our punt team right there. And our punt coverage guys, our two gunners out on the outside, Spikes and Hemphill and Colton in the middle, have done a great job of getting down and covering the couple punts that we've had already tonight.
So Bulldogs will take over, leading 7-0. 1:39 on the clock here. McDaniel at quarterback. Twin receivers to each side. Fakes a handoff, keeps it himself. Around the right side, breaks through an ankle tackle, and then picks up 3-4 yards.
Again, that's that design quarterback run there where they're faking the handoff one direction and bringing folding a lineman back underneath on the other side and leading him through the hole there. Nice job by Colton Barbo kind of escaping the block a little bit and slowing him down so we could get somebody else there to help make the tackle.
Coming up on 1:10 and counting down here, this Rafter P Trucking first quarter here in McGregor. Bulldogs on top of the Yeomen 7-0. And it's McGregor football from the pistol formation here. And a handoff up the right side with a lead blocker, and he's got huge yardage, picks up about 10 on the carry or more.
Tell you, their offensive lineman there, number 71, John Whiteside, big sophomore, does an outstanding job of getting on his assignment and keeping his feet going there. Your defense has got to learn to kind of drop and grab grass whenever you're getting driven back like that. Can't let yourself get on a pair of roller skates.
Well, a first down for the Bulldogs. Less than 40 seconds to go here in this opening quarter. Pistol formation again. Another handoff here, but the O defense will stand tall here and allow maybe a yard on the carry.
Yeah, Gill did a great job of beating his man off the block right there and making the first contact in the backfield, and so limited him to a 1-yard gain there.
Brings up a second down and 9 for the Bulldogs with about 15 seconds to go. That may have been the final play, though, of the opening quarter here at McGregor.
Yeah, it looks like their coach is calling their troops over to the sideline. He's content to let the quarter run out here.
That is what will happen. It will be the end of the Rafter P Trucking first quarter, and we've got a low-scoring game to this point. It is 7-0. The Bulldogs are out in front of the Yeomen. Our second quarter is coming up. This is Yo Football on 105 with the Ranch.
Caliber Metal in Cameron, Texas provides all your PBR panel, classic rib panel, and standing seam concealed fastener materials. We also cut standard and custom trim up to 21 feet. We have metal to metal and metal to wood screws, closures, pipe boots, and sealants. We have a quick turnaround with 20 colors in stock. Located at 106 South Washington Avenue, Cameron, Texas. Buy local 254-605-4110. And mention the Ranch 1051 and receive a 5% discount for new customers.
Welcome back as we start our second quarter here tonight. The second quarter is brought to you by Barrel Bum Smokers for your easy-to-use, customized Ugly Drum-style smokers. By the way, they also do metal art, just in case you're wondering. So if you need something done or that is aesthetic.
Yeah, they can do some really cool things with those plasma cutters these days, some really artistic stuff.
Second down and 9. Here for the Bulldogs. Now moving from right to left on the radio dial. And the first play here in the second quarter is going to be a handoff towards the right side. And a little to no running room there. Got another yard out of it.
Yeah, the zone play over the right side where he's just trying to find a hole there. The Yo defense did a great job of staying in their gaps and staying in their lanes and not allowing them to have anywhere to run.
By the way, Barrel Bum Smokers, of course, is locally owned and operated. Also reasonably priced, so you can get an easy-to-use smoker for a good price to make Wonderful, amazing meats.
Christmas and Thanksgiving coming up. Good gifts.
Check them on Facebook. Twins to each side here for the Bulldogs on 3rd down and 8. And McDaniel looking to throw, rolling to his right, steps up and dumps this one off. That ball nearly picked off and knocked away by the O defense.
Yeah, trying to hit a little drag pattern, a little crossing pattern there, which was well behind the sticks. So, I felt like we were going to make the tackle there anyway. But the great thing is we kept them 4th and long instead of 4th and short, where we know that they're going to go for it on 4th and short.
It is 4th and 8 here for the Bulldogs on the O side of the field.
It's kind of odd. They're going to punt from almost our 40 when they went for it on their own 30.
From the 42-yard line, they do back up in a punt formation. One man back for the Yeoman around his 10-yard line. And the punt is going to be a high kick that's angled, and that's going to be caught by McGregor.
Yeah, their wide receiver ran down and got underneath it. Pretty good job of execution by McGregor. I mean, if they kick it out of the end zone, we're going to get the ball on the 20, I guess. So, they downed us inside the 20 on the 19. So, pretty good execution. Wasn't anything we could really do about that play.
Not really when the other team catches it.
Yeah.
No. That was caught, by the way, by Darius Dixon, number 2 for the Bulldogs. It gives the Yeoman the football back. They'll have it for their first drive here in the Barrel Bum Smokers. Second from their own 19-yard line.
And Zeinert has reinserted into the ballgame at the quarterback position.
So Zeinert back in a 2-back set, moving left to right on the radio dial. And he's going to hand off here around the left side. That is Johnson on the carry, and he's going to bulldoze forward for about 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that's been a really good play for us against a lot of teams right there, Brett. That play where Johnson is actually following either Hemphill or Bynum. You would think normally the other way around, Johnson being the big bruiser, but he's just so hard to tackle that he's able to just keep his feet churning and make a nice gain there.
Still in a 2-back set, 2nd down and 1. Clock is running. Inside of 10.5 to go. And this time the fumble here by the quarterback. Let's see who ends up with it. Bulldogs say they have it, but it looks like it's going to stay with the Yeoman.
Yeah, the officials got there right away and determined it was still our ball. But just a kind of a malfunction at the junction right there. A fumbled exchange between Zeinert and Bynum.
Brings up a 3rd down. And they're going to give you a first down on that?
I guess we fell forward onto the ball and picked up a first down there. Okay, we'll take it.
I'll take that. So first down instead for the Yeoman after fumbling the football forward, which is interesting. But 2-back set on 1st and 10 for the Yeoman. Another Centex Auto first down. Zeinert looking to throw. He's going to launch one off. That is going to be run under by Zakorian Spikes, caught by the fingertips as he goes out of bounds. And that is a complete pass and a huge gain by the Yeoman all the way to the McGregor 38-yard line.
Wow, Brett, what an unbelievable catch by Spikes right there. Catching that ball over his outside shoulder, having had to track it off of his inside shoulder the entire way. Just what an absolutely unbelievable catch right there by Spikes.
10:02 on the clock. Yeoman trailing 7-0 after the Centex Auto first down from the 38-yard line of McGregor. Quick pass dumped off to the left side here by Zeinert, but he is going to be immediately brought down after getting back to the line of scrimmage and maybe got an extra yard.
Yeah, just a quick bubble pass to, I think that's Casey Goolsby out there in the left slot. Just trying to get it out to him out there quickly and see what he can do with it. Again, they really rode him deep out of bounds, I thought. Again, could have possibly been, a flag on the play. I don't think so, though.
2nd down and 9 for the Yeoman. Inside of 10 minutes left. Trailing by 7, Yeoman. Handoff here. Around the left side goes Johnson, and he will nose forward and pick up 7 yards.
Yeah, again, that young man is a strong runner, and when he's able to get a good, lean, good forward lean and keep his legs turning, he's really tough to bring down.
Brings up a 3rd down for the Yeoman and short, about 3rd and 4. So 3rd down and 4. 9:25 and counting down for the Yeoman. Huge 3rd down right here. Zeinert takes a snap. Going to hand this one off. Looking for the edge around the right side. He's got that. And he will pick up enough for, well, I thought he picked up enough for a first down, but then gave ground and tried to go down the sideline. Then got shoved, and no flag there.
but he still got the first down. So. Wow.
That was dangerous.
Yeah, I was really worried that he had given up too much ground there and given back the first down, but luckily he was, I guess luckily he was shoved out of bounds before he was able to give up too much.
It's another Centex Auto first down, and it will be Yo football from the McGregor 27-yard line. Coming up on 9 minutes to go here in this Barrel Bump Smokers second quarter. Twins off to the left side. It's a two-back set here for Zeinert. Yeoman looking to answer after a McGregor touchdown, trailing 7-0 Zeinert. Plenty of time to throw. Now rolling to his right, lets it go on the run, and he throws it away incomplete.
Yeah, the coverage was just too good there on the receiver's routes. Zeinert didn't have anywhere to go with the ball there, and then once the pocket broke down, he was able to escape and just got outside the pocket and threw the ball away, so he lived to play another down.
Second down and 10 now for the Yeoman here. Again, trailing by a touchdown, 7-0, but so far have put together their best drive of the night. So Cameron comes out, Twins to each side. Zeinert has a tailback to his right. 8:45 on the clock as Zeinert looks to throw. Looking left, and he's going to launch one towards the end zone, but that ball is going to be tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, it was a double move there where Hemphill ran kind of a hook and go pattern, but just ball didn't quite get far enough to the outside there.
Had a big man in his face, too, and Zeinert let that go. So 8:40 on the clock, and a big third down again for the Yo offense here. From the McGregor 27-yard line. Trips to the right side. That's the short side of the field for Zeinert. Instead, he's going to option it to his left side. That ball is going to bounce off the turf and be picked up by Johnson, but he's got nowhere to go. That play just took too much time to gather steam.
Yeah, too slow developing for a speed option play. You need that play to happen a whole lot quicker there. Trying to run the speed option to the wide side of the field where you got plenty of more room to operate there. Tough pitch for Zane going to his left there. Wasn't able to get the pitch all the way to Johnson. Bounced, and luckily Johnson was able to kind of pick it up on the bounce pass there.
So now a fourth down for the Yeoman from the McGregor 25-yard line. It's 4th and 8. 8 minutes to go until Yeoman trailing 7-0 here.
And I think we're going to have a timeout here, Coach.
Going to have to be a timeout indeed, and that is what we will see. The Yeomen take a timeout, their first of the half. Both teams have 2 remaining. Cameron trailing 7-0 here in McGregor. This is Yo Football on 105 on the Ranch.
Here's some common sense financial tips from Main Street. Live within your means. Save a percentage of your income. Build your credit. Use it wisely. Become very good at what you do. Do it a lot. These are the common sense financial basics. These apply to the individual, family, business, city, state, and nation alike. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC, rated one of the nation's strongest banks.
Back, and a huge fourth down coming up here for the Yeoman, deep in McGregor territory from the McGregor 25-yard line. It's a 4th down and 8 facing the Yo offense here. 7:51 on the clock. Zeinert is the quarterback. Twin receivers each side from the far hash mark. One man in the backfield with Zeinert, who's looking to throw. Looking to his right, going to dump this one off on a screen pass. That's going to be to the tailback. Makes a move at the 20-yard line. Now to the 15 and spins around a few times. Will not go down, but they are going to give him a forward progress and a Centex Auto first down. It also puts the Cameron Yo offense in the Bling Box Boutique red zone. That's the Bling Box Boutique at 111 North Central, downtown Cameron. Also check their Facebook for the best and the latest. They've got all kinds of cool videos that they post on there all the time, and you can see all the cool gear that they've got, including Yo gear, which is pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, they've got some great stuff, and they're great people. I was down there just this past weekend getting some stuff from Jeremy and them. Great place.
Yeoman trailing 7-0, taking a snap inside the Bling Box Boutique red zone, trying to set up another screen. He's forced down.
Yeah, McGregor, anytime we've passed the ball or dropped back to pass, they really rushed hard. And so we've used our backs to kind of max protect for Zane back there. And so the last couple of pass plays, we've leaked those guys out into the flats. And they've been able to the first one, Bynum was able to pick up some nice yardage.
6:50 and counting down here this Barrel Bump Smokers second quarter. Twin receivers over to the right side. One off to the left. Keeper here by the quarterback, Zeinert. He's going to be inside the 5-yard line, tumbles down, and he's down at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, design quarterback run there where he's faking the ball to the running back, and he's got the sniffer back that kind of leads him on a fold block around the left-hand side there, just inside the center there, and a nice gain by Zeinert there.
Inside of 6.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Yeoman trailing 7-0, but knocking on the door, as it's going to be first and goal from the 3-yard line. Twin back set for the Yeoman. Twins off to the left side, receiver-wise, and it's going to be a handoff. Stumbles, though, on the handoff, and he goes down at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, handoff to Johnson there, the big bruiser, but it looked like he stumbled there after he took his first step. I'm not sure what happened there.
They kind of did a nosedive.
Yeah. I don't know if he lost his balance, he tripped, or just, knee kind of, shifted on him or something there. He's kind of like his knee is maybe, not quite right, but.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. Handoff here, trying to plunge forward up the middle, and there's a big man in the middle for McGregor that says no. They stopped at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, big number 79 in there, Brett. Dominis, I guess it's Dominis McFadden, 6 foot, 330 pounds.
That is a big man to move.
That's a big old boy right there. Let me tell you, that's Refrigerator Perry looking fella.
That's a big man to move.
Yeah.
Big nose guard for the Bulldogs, and the Yeoman have run right at him right there a couple of times. It's third and goal from the 1-yard line, and a timeout being taken by the Yeoman here. Yeoman trailing 7-0. Just about 5:08 to go here in this first half. Cameron, third and goal from the 1 they're facing. We're back in 30 seconds.
In sports, as in cars, everyone loves a great drive. Centex Auto is dedicated to bringing you a great drive every single time you get in the car. Whether you're listening to the game or you're behind the wheel, when you need a car, go to the Buy Here, Pay Here dealer, Centex Auto. Check out both locations in Temple or visit them online at centex-auto.com. As you listen in on this great drive, remember that Centex Auto is a proud supporter of all Central Texas athletes.
Coming out of the timeout, the second of the half by the Yeoman. They've got one remaining. Cameron trailing 7-0. Facing third and goal from the 1-yard line. 5:08 to go here in this Barrel Bump Smokers second quarter. Twin back set here for the Yeoman. As they will hand it off, trying to go around the left side, dancing around over there, and he is going to be stopped short by a yard.
Yeah, try to get Hemphill there and let him follow Johnson around there, and just the line wasn't able to sustain their blocks there. And Hemphill actually down on the turf. Looked like something might be hurting right now.
Yeah, Yeoman is down over on the far side of the field, but after failing to punch it in on third and goal from the 1, it'll be fourth and goal from the 1-yard line facing the Yeoman, and it'll be interesting to see what they do on with that.
Yeah, I mean, you would sure expect that. My thought is that, we've got to score touchdowns, and so I would be surprised if we don't go for it here. You're at a spot in the field where you're basically trying to score, a PAT, and so you've got some plays that are kind of designed for that situation. You got 4 or 5 plays. You got a couple pass plays, a couple run plays that are you kind of consider them your bread and butter plays for a PAT, and so that's we've got those plays on the play sheet right there, and so we just got to determine which one of those we feel like is the best option. I think at this point in the ballgame.
Well, Hemphill was the player that was down over the far side of the field. He's now up and is walking along the sidelines. So the Yeoman will come out here facing a fourth and goal from the 1-yard line. They've yet to put it in here, and now going to try again for the fourth consecutive play.
I might let Zeinert keep it behind Big Johnson.
Well, Johnson is up to the right side, and now there's a jump here. Flags coming in, and the Yeoman make a mistake. Multiple flags coming in now, a late one, too.
Yeah, we definitely jumped on the offensive line there, but the question is were we induced?
Well, and I don't know what the late flag was for, well after the play. Going to be false start against Cameron, but
False start called against
you see the referee, Whitehead, threw a flag well after the play.
Yeah, and I don't know if maybe he just struggled getting his flag out of his pocket or what.
Maybe.
Penalty yardage takes the ball back to the 6-yard line.
So, after having 4th and goal from the 1, 5-yard penalty pushes it back to 4th and goal from the 6-yard line. A little more room to work with this time. Zeinert will look to throw it on 4th down towards the end zone. The ball tipped and incomplete. Turnover on downs.
That's a tough blow for the Yo right there. We've got to score to match these guys because you know how good they are offensively. So really tough to take that much time off the clock right there and not be able to put points on the board.
Turnover on downs with 4:31 to go before the half. Yeoman trailing 7-0 here in McGregor. Yeoman knocked on the door, but kind of shot themselves in the foot there at the end of that drive. Ends up a turnover on downs. Good news for the Yo defense is McGregor starts from their own 6-yard line.
Yeah, maybe we can dial up some pressure here, get a quick turnover or something, to set the offense back up would be really nice at this point.
So the Bulldogs will come out from the shadow of their own end zone. And quarterback looking to throw. Launches one deep down the middle of the field. That ball caught in stride up across midfield to the 40. Breaks through that tackle, but I think he had the ball taken from him.
Oh, they're calling him down. Yeah, I thought Brazil actually took it away from him too, but they called him down. And there was also a flag on the play. Surely they don't think that was a horse collar.
Well, I think that is a huge pass. And it's going to have a face mask tacked on to it.
Face mask, that's what it was.
So Yeoman compound a 60-yard pass play by adding a 15-yard face mask penalty, and that huge turn of events will flip the field completely.
That's a huge blow to the Yeoman right there, Brett. We've got to really stiffen up here and not let ourselves get too far behind.
Ends up as about a 70-yard turnaround. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for McGregor. That's the Yo 20-yard line. Quarterback keeper around the right side for the Bulldogs here as McDaniel picks up a yard.
Yeah, there's actually a counterplay over the right side there with the backside guard and tackle pulling around there, just getting them 2 extra blockers over there against the defense. But Barbo and the gang did a great job of defeating those guys and making the tackle.
3:40 and counting down here in this second quarter, brought to you by Barrel Bump Smokers. Bulldogs are out in front 7-0. And they are deep in Yo territory. From the Cameron 19-yard line, it's 2nd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs. What a huge momentum swing this has been. A nice drive by Cameron, unable to punch it in from the 1-yard line. And McGregor then turns in with a 70-yard play, now setting up a screen pass on 2nd down. They've got plenty of running room and blockers out in front. He's going to get into the end zone. Touchdown Bulldogs, but a flag on the play.
I think it's going to be a block in the back, by the way that McGregor's players are kind of reacting on the play. But well-designed screen pass by the McGregor Bulldogs for sure.
Perfect timing.
McGregor is the call.
So a hold against the Bulldogs will negate the touchdown. And the Yeomen are lucky there. 3:08 on the clock. McGregor already out in front by a touchdown. Was
2nd down
9, but
the 17-yard line.
Ball's going to be actually placed for us. Actually gained yards despite the penalty. So 2nd and 7 it looks like. Here for the Bulldogs from the pistol formation. Handoff left side. Finds a blocker. And he's going to have nice yardage. Got about 6 on the carry.
Lead play, and the thing that concerns me there, Brett, is it's our secondary guys that are the ones making the tackle there. We've got to do a better job up front of defeating some blocks and not letting them get their motor running so quickly.
3rd down and 1 from the Yo 11-yard line. 2:40 and counting down in this first half. McGregor out in front, quarterback hands off around the right side. Bounces it outside further, and he's going to have enough for a first down. Gets to inside the 5-yard line, and then goes.
Yeah, just kind of the whole team and rushed, kind of finally were able to run him out of bounds there, but never were able to get the young man on the ground.
Clock still running inside 2.5 minutes before halftime, and it's first and goal for the Bulldogs from the 4-yard line.
They're running away from Eduardo Gill, and that was smart on their part right there because he absolutely destroyed the left guard that was lined up in front of him.
Bulldogs out in front, 7-0. First and goal from the 4. And it's a handoff around the right side, and he sneaks in, and it's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. Now 13.
Yeah, they're just getting more guys over there than we have over there with that pistol. They're able to get a couple extra blockers over there, and so just really, really tough on the Yo defense. They put a lot of stress on our defense with that play.
1:59 to go in this first half, and an extra point try coming for the Bulldogs. That kick is up and will be good, and it's 14-0, a 2-touchdown lead for the Bulldogs with less than 2 minutes to go before halftime here in McGregor. Yeoman reeling here in the first half. You're listening to Yo Football at 105 on the Ranch.
This is Brad Vosselin. With Cameron Farm and Ranch Company, we realize firsthand all the hard work and dedication that all high school students put in to perform their best on game day. We also know how hard producers work to keep their livestock and crops performing at their best. Stop in and we'll find the tools you need to keep your animals in shape and performing well. At Cameron Farm and Ranch, we're in the game on 4th and inches. And around here, when we say go yo, we mean
go yo!
Welcome back here in McGregor, as it is now a 14-0 advantage for the Bulldogs over the Yeomen. 1:59 on the clock. And that was a dagger of a drive by the Bulldogs here at the end of this first half. It was Yeomen had a nice drive offensively that stalled inside the 5-yard line. Couldn't punch it in on 4 tries. Turned it over at the 6-yard line. And McGregor immediately goes 70 yards on a 60-yard pass and a face mask penalty, and then punches it in, running the football, extending their lead of 14-0. Now McGregor set to kick off here, leading 14-0.
Interesting to see what type of kick they employ here when they kind of use the short angle kick. So see what they do here.
It's going to be another short-angled kick. McGregor tried to run underneath it. Instead, it's going to be kicked out of bounds. That will draw a flag and should give the Yeomen excellent field position, trailing by 2 scores.
Yeah, they get some major height on that angle kick there, Brett. I mean, that young man was there to make the catch. One of the McGregor players was on the coverage team. The only problem is really that for them is that they kicked it about 4 yards out of bounds.
1:59 is what's left in this first half. Yeoman trailing 14-0 as the offense returns to the field here. And it's going to be, I believe, Muniz at quarterback again.
I believe you're right.
Twins to each side here for the Yeomen as they take over 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line from their own side. And this ball hit as he tries to throw. That ball nearly picked off by McGregor. And we'll see if that's going to go down as a fumble or an incomplete pass.
Yeah, that should be an incomplete pass. His arm was going forward. Ball hit the ground. But the ball was deflected there on the pass. And that's one of the things that Ryan has to overcome is the fact that he's not as tall as Zane is there.
So the incomplete is what it goes down. 2nd and 10. And here's a delayed handoff right up the middle, and Keyshawn Johnson barrels forward, and he's going to pick up 9, almost 10 yards. Pretty darn close. See if they give it to him.
Yeah, I think he's going to be
just
short, unless they measure. But that's the draw play that we've had a lot of success with that play over the years, and so nice to see that one back in the playbook tonight for sure.
Brings up 3rd down and short. 3rd and 1 for the Yeomen here. Twins to each side. Yeoman are across midfield. Direct snap to Johnson, and he is going to try to shove his way forward. He's got enough yards for the first down and got all the way to about the McGregor 45.
Another play that I really hadn't seen us run much of this year is the direct snap to the running back, where we trap blocked that on the inside there for a quick hitter.
So it's a Centex Auto first down to the McGregor 45. Clock now starts to run again, coming up on a minute to go before halftime. Yeoman trailing by 2 scores. Trips off to the right side here for Manise. One man alone to the left. As McGregor brings pressure, throws one towards the middle. That ball's picked off at the 30-yard line, now going the other way. Across the 40, there's midfield, and he is going to be off to the races. The 30's got one man to beat, finally shoved out of bounds inside the 20, and it's McGregor football with 50 seconds left.
Yeah, tough play right there to try to squeeze that one into that secondary. You know, they know that we're throwing the ball right there because we're trying to get us a score before the half, and really, you know, they had more guys in the secondary than we had receivers, so just tough play right there.
50.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. Yeoman trailing now 14-0 after the turnover. The interception returned all the way inside the 20 to the 0-17. That's where McGregor will have it, leading by 2 scores and looking for more before the half. McDaniel at quarterback. Twins off to his right. One man alone to the left. Sends a man in motion. Quarterback going to keep this one. Trying to shuffle around to the left side. Makes one man miss. Throws a stiff arm. Throws another. Dives into the end zone. Touchdown, McGregor.
And, Brett, that's a play right there where we pretty much have the guy bottled up in the backfield, and that just shows you what a good athlete that young man is to be able to escape that, because we really had him dead pretty much for no gain there, and he's able to turn it into a touchdown.
So 20-0 is the new score, and an extra point try coming up here for the Bulldogs, looking to make it a 3-touchdown game. Just 41.3 seconds left here as the extra point try is going to be up and through. 21-0. The McGregor Bulldogs out in front of the Cameron Yeoman here and Bulldog Stadium in McGregor. You're listening to Yo Football on 105 on the Ranch.
Hi, I'm Jason Donald with Edco Development. At Edco Development, we want to help you plan for the future. If you have plans for a new office space, residential construction, or a total remodel, Edco Development is ready to give you a free estimate to help you make plans for that future project now. Edco Development provides complete commercial and residential construction and roofing. So give us a call first at 254-697-2186. 697-2186. Edco Development. Let's see what we can build together.
Turning here to Bulldog Stadium in McGregor, but it is all Bulldogs here in this first half. Now 21-0 over the Yeoman. McGregor out in front, getting ready to kick off again here with just 41.3 seconds left before halftime. And a huge momentum swing here in this second quarter, brought to you by Barrel Bump Smokers. Yeoman had a nice offensive drive that they could not capitalize on. Turned it over on downs at the 6-yard line. And McGregor had a huge pass play with a personal foul penalty tacked on with a face mask, then drove it in for a touchdown. Picked off an ensuing drive, a Yo pass, took it all the way inside the 20-yard line, now trying for a kick on the ground. The Yeoman will fall on this one after dropping it, and the Yeoman will end up with a football from their own 26-yard line.
Yeah, the ball was actually still rolling around there. But they had already called the ball down, and now we got some flags on the play, so I'm not exactly sure what happened there, Brett.
So flags on the turf here with under 40 seconds left. See what we've got here. Penalty against Cameron.
It's like dead ball and sportsmanlike.
Yep. That is a huge setback.
No, Bynum had his helmet off there at the end of the play, which obviously you're not allowed to take your helmet off on the field. I'm not sure if that was what happened or exactly what occurred there on the field.
38 seconds remaining in the half.
So 38.9 seconds left to go before halftime. It's Yo Football again here. Trips off to the left side as they will hand off around that left side. and then driven into the turf after a 3-yard gain. Zeinert, by the way, is back at quarterback here in this drive.
Tackle made by Will Allison.
Got 4 yards on the carry. It's a 2nd down and 6 for the Yeomen here. That may well have been the final play. Yeomen content maybe to let this.
Yeah, it looks like we're content to go to the locker room and try to regroup and see what we can do in the second half.
So a stunning result here in the first half. McGregor Bulldogs all over the Cameron Yeomen, 21-0 as we head to halftime. Let's start the Germania halftime report here in McGregor.
This is the Germania Insurance Halftime Report, live from the stadium, brought to you by Lisa Roden, your Germania Insurance agent in Cameron.
Welcome back here to halftime as we join the Germania Halftime Report, and this has been an all McGregor first half. Yeomen had a couple of moments, but really for the most part, McGregor has capitalized and kept momentum on their side.
Yeah, we did have I guess it was 7-0, and we responded with a really nice drive there and got down to the 4-yard line, and unfortunately just weren't able to push the ball across the goal line on that drive there. And then, of course, they hit the big pass play on the very next play from the 4-yard line, and then just so happened that there was a face mask penalty on the same play, and so they went from their 4-yard line to about 75-80 yards down the field with one play there, and then unfortunately then on our next drive the interception there when we had moved the ball just a little bit there to set up the third score. Just absolutely really a disastrous turn of events for the Yeomen there over the last couple minutes of that half.
Yeah, it kind of was. We're going to get more into that in just a few moments. Right now, though, going to bring you the award-winning Yo High School Marching Band. Got that performance coming your way here in just a moment. As your performance here is going to be brought to you by Ideal Poultry here on the Germania Halftime Show. Ideal Poultry, always a big supporter of the Yo Band, athletics and academics. And we will bring you the band here in just a moment. As, again, this performance coming up. Of course, the band, by the way, going to be performing on, Monday night at Yo Field. Is that right? Might help if you have a microphone.
Yeah, sorry, Brett. I was getting my microphone ready for the band. But, yeah, the band will be doing a public performance Monday night. I think that's at 7:30, if I'm not mistaken, in preparation of their marching contest, which is next Saturday over at Robinson. At, I think it was 12:15 or 12:45, one of the two.
All right, here's your marching band right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CHO High School Marching Band.
That is your award-winning
running Yo High School Band here as they bring you that performance, brought to you by Ideal Poultry. Of course, always big, huge supporters of the Yo Band. Excited to always give you a chance to listen to what is really one of the best bands in the land.
Yeah, and it's still just, it just hurts my soul a little bit to only see half of them out there and not getting to march, the phenomenal job that they do, and to see them only get out and play music versus, run their show is just, it hurts my heart and soul to see that. But, still for half a group, they sound pretty darn good. So I'm very proud of the group that is able to perform here tonight.
Yeah, and again, before we get into the game, they do have a community performance coming up Monday night, and that's going to be at Yo Field.
Good evening,
and really, they're about to have their season start in earnest. They've got the Region 8 marching contest, I think, on the 7th. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. On Monday night will be their public performance in preparation of next weekend, next Saturday, their contest, their regional marching contest, which will be held at Robinson, and I think I can't remember if it's at 12:15 or 12:45. I know it's one of those two times.
12:15, I think.
12:15, okay. I should know that, but I knew it was one of the two. So, but again, they always do a great job, and looking forward to being able to watch them a couple times this coming week.
All right, tell you what, let's take our first time out of the Germania halftime report. When we come back, we'll start talking about this game, and we'll bring Josh Pratt aboard and kind of see what kind of stats we're looking at. You're listening to the Germania halftime report. We're back in a moment.
It's a trust as true as Texas, a friend with a helping hand. When you want to ensure the good things in life, trust Germania.
Is your insurance company taking too big a bite out of your apple? When you're shopping for property insurance, think about coverage, service, and price. Make sure you're getting the most for your money. When you compare apples to apples, you'll see that Germania Insurance delivers outstanding value, competitive rates, flexible payment options, and discounts. Plus, Germania offers 24/7 customer claim service. Trusted by Texans since 1896. Don't give up service or sacrifice coverage. Compare apples to apples. Then choose the outstanding value offered by Germania Insurance.
So when you want to ensure the good things in life, trust Germania.
Call 697-4683 or Sharon Ruback, representative of Ruback Insurance and Germania Farm Mutual Companies.
Back here to the Germania halftime report. Our halftime report brought to you by Lisa Roden, your Germania insurance agent. And as we start off here, our halftime show, you heard us before we heard from the band that this is all McGregor here in the first half. Yeoman had some opportunities, but really this is also a tale of mistakes for the Yeoman in the first half.
Yeah, we definitely made a few mistakes that really hurt us here in the first half. Not being able to punch it in down there. We were second and goal or whatever it was. We had the penalty and backed us up there, and so that was definitely a big mistake, and not being able to get the ball into the end zone there, and then of course you give up the big pass play, right after that to just totally flip the field,
and tack on a 15-yard face mask,
and tack on a 15-yard face mask with that. That's just, it's very deflating, whenever that happens, and then then we got the interception too. Just again, it's like we started the ball game and we had a few balloons in the air and started marching down the field after they scored their first touchdown, and we were putting a few more balloons in the air, and then next thing you know, they started popping them like they were shooting them with a shotgun, and we've just deflated is kind of the best description to describe kind of where we are right now.
I feel like snowball effect.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in that second quarter.
Yeah, exactly. That second quarter, they had a great drive for their first touchdown. There was a long time chewing drive, and they got a couple of first downs on some fourth and shorts and that kind of stuff, deep in their own end zone or own end of the field. And so, that was tough. but I feel like we overcame that with the long drive that we were putting together there. But yeah, it just snowballed from then. From the point where we didn't get the ball into the end zone, it's just really, that's a great description, Brett. It's snowballed from there.
Yeah, it really is kind of exactly what we've seen. We talked and made light of the fact that Cameron has had issues moving the football in the second half, but this is one of the slowest starts we've seen from them all year.
Yeah, really, one of the slowest starts we've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Not just this year. I can't recall the last time we went to halftime without any points on the scoreboard. I'm sure somebody knows out there. Maybe somebody recalls that, but it's been a long time since the Cameron Yeomen have been shut out in the first half of a ball game.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I think you and I had been talking earlier this week too. That, in fact, I think last time Cameron was here, we played McGregor. He's still in district. I think Cameron lost that game.
I think it was. Yeah, we were trying to remember when that was. I feel like it's been a couple of years now. But I think it was a really cold night over here, if I remember correctly, too. Yeah, it's definitely been a struggle and a slow go here tonight.
It has. I tell you what, let's right now go ahead and bring Josh Pratt aboard as we get to our halftime stats here tonight, which are brought to you by A&R Cattle Company in Burlington. Josh, talk to me.
All right, we'll start with the Yeomen there in the first half. Just 6 first downs and 88 total yards. The Yeomen were 6 of 11. Zane Zeinert was 5 of 8 with 33 yards. Ryan Muniz 1 of 3 for -2 and an interception. On the ground, the Yeomen rushed the ball 16 times for just 43 yards. Keyshawn Johnson, 8 carries for 34 yards. Pharrell Hemphill, 4 carries for 13 yards. And Zane Zeinert, 3 carries for 12 yards. On the receiving end, Zachorian Spikes did have 3 catches for 32 yards. For McGregor, 9 first downs in that half, 213 total yards. DeAndre McDaniel, under 50% on his passing, 3 of 7, but a couple big plays for 94 total yards there. On the ground, McGregor has ran the ball 21 times for 119 yards. Chandler Renz, 14 carries for 80 yards and 2 scores. DeAndre McDaniel, 5 carries for 39 yards and a touchdown. And DeAndre Parker with that big catch there, 1 catch for 59 yards in that first half for the Bulldogs.
All right, there's the numbers you heard from Josh. And Kenny, that's no easy way to put that, but under 100 yards of offense, not the kind of offense you expect out of the Cameron Yeomen.
Yeah, we've definitely got some weapons out there with the guys that we've got on the field, and so it's definitely, it's discouraging, the fact that, we really hadn't moved the ball much at all outside of that one drive. That's where basically all of our yards came from, is that one drive, and so it's definitely discouraging, and so it's one of those things where, we'll see what we're made of here in the second half. At this point, it's not a let's make some little adjustments here and there. It's you better get after it here in the second half, because if not, you're going to get embarrassed.
McGregor leading 21-0 here at the half. You and I had talked about McGregor is a squad you don't want to let hang around.
Yeah, because anybody can get really excited if they're winning a ball game, that kind of stuff. But these guys, they've got no quit in them over here in McGregor. You look at their scores and the ball games that they played this season. I mean, they played a lot of close games, and they've won a lot of close games. And so they're going to take you. If you're in the ball game, they're going to take you down to the wire. And right now, they're trying to make sure that doesn't even happen. They're going to try to make sure that they bury us right here.
Feels McGregor is an opportunistic team.
Oh, definitely. They hit a big pass. What a great opportunity there. They picked the ball off. So yeah, definitely. And even the last touchdown. We had the quarterback really bottled up for no gain right there, and he just finally escapes out and takes it all the way to the corner of the end zone.
21-0, not what anybody expected. This is what is essentially what we termed a playoff game for the Cameron Yeomen coming into here tonight. And Cameron feels like they've come out flat. Is that How do you fix that in the second half?
Yeah, and again, Brett, that's a great description of how we really have played so far here in the first half is flat. You just have to go down the line and challenge every one of the players, each one of them, singularly. I challenge you to make every block on every play. I challenge you to make the throws. I challenge you to make the catches. I challenge you to, make the tackles, cover your man. We've got to execute on every single play, and if going out and playing with pride and that sort of thing doesn't get you ready to go here in the second half, I'm not sure what will.
So what do you want to see out of Cameron here in this second half?
Well, I think the good thing is I think we get the ball first, right? Because they so we get the ball first, the first thing I want to see is some what's the word I'm looking for? Some precision execution. I want us to come out, look clean, look sharp, look like that maybe we're not 21 down, come out and play like maybe it's the start of a ball game or, a tie ball game, just kind of erase the bad that happened in the first half from our memory so that we can build upon something going forward.
All right, let's take us another timeout here on the Germania halftime report. We'll come back. We got to get to some scores and a lot more coming up. Again, this is the Germania halftime report. You're listening to Yo Football here on the Ranch. Yeoman trailing 21-0 presently.
It's a trust as true as Texas, a friend with a helping hand. When you want to ensure the good things in life, trust Germania.
Are you comparing apples to apples on your insurance coverage?
Apples to apples?
Yeah, like making sure you have a great rate and outstanding coverage.
My company says they have the lowest rates, but I'm not sure about coverage.
How about service? When you're shopping for property insurance, do you compare coverage, service, and price to make sure you're getting the most for your money?
I never thought to ask.
Well, Germania Insurance has been insuring Texans for over 100 years.
I do need to do some comparing.
Just make sure you're comparing apples to apples with the right coverage and outstanding rates for property, auto, and your family.
So when you want to ensure the good things in life, trust Germania.
Call 697-4683 for Sharon Ruback, representative of Ruback Insurance and Germania Farm Mutual Companies.
Back here on the Germania halftime report here tonight. Yeoman trailing 21-0 at the half to the McGregor Bulldogs here at Bulldog Stadium in McGregor. It was all McGregor in that first half as Cameron held to under 100 yards of total offense in the first half. No points on the scoreboard. And I think you had an update we were talking about. I think last time Cameron played here, they had lost. You heard from somebody.
Yeah, I got a message from somebody that the last time we lost here was 2017. And we were stopped 3 times on the goal line that night in that loss. So definitely, it's gotten to be a kind of a tough place for us to play.
Yeah, one of the things that we haven't really touched on a whole lot here as part of our halftime show so far is the quarterback play. Not necessarily the play of the quarterback, but how it's being utilized here tonight. We've seen multiple players. Zeinert has been the guy for the first 8 games of the year. Here in game 9, it's been a rotating deck.
Yeah, and I think that's something, that Coach Brashear and his staff are just, trying to find some kind of spark to get our offense ignited, and so, Ryan came in and did an admirable job last week, at the end of the ball game when Zane got hurt, was able to, make a few throws and get a few yards before, finally just, we kind of got ran down there at the end. So I think, it's just our coaching staff is just trying to do anything they possibly can at this point in the, in the season here to try to, get us a spark offensively, on the field.
It's strange seeing that out of a Camarillo offense because Cameron's been spoiled by quarterback play for a decade.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah. I mean, you go back to who was the young man that was the quarterback before Jack Rhodes? Was it Brandon?
That was Townsend.
Stephen Townsend, yeah. Was a really good quarterback. Yeah. So you had Stephen Townsend, who was a really good player, and then Jack Rhodes, and then Jason Munchie Capriva, who won the first of the 2 back-to-back state championships, and then you had Reed Nickerson came in, and followed him and did a good job, and then Jacob Smitherman did a great job leading us to a 4th title game, and so we've had some really good quarterbacks over the years, and then the last couple years, was Braden Brashear and Anthony Lane, did a good job when he was in there too, some over the last couple years, so we've had some really good quarterbacks here over the years for sure.
Well, but not only that, but stability.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of always been, when it was somebody's job, it was their job, but the thing is, we've never really encountered the issue that we've encountered this year, and that we're struggling to score. In years past, we've had some issues and been able to stop people, but we've always been able to put points up on the board. I feel like we've lost some shootout type games, maybe, but this year it's been, definitely more of a struggle on the offensive side of the ball, which is, it's a little baffling when you consider the fact that the youth of our team on the defensive side of the ball, but it is what it is. That's where we've struggled this year, is on the offensive side of the ball predominantly, if you're going to compare one side to the other, for sure.
Yeah, and we talked about this in the pregame. Defenses play well enough to win all year long. In fact, has probably been by far the best unit the Yeomen have thrown out there. But at some point, those guys get tired.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you're out there, that's why the colleges and the pros and all those type of things, they track time of possession. We don't have the ability to do all that up here with our limited staff in the radio booth. But the pros, especially they've got all kinds of people doing all that kind of stuff for them. And the same thing with the colleges. They've got timekeepers that doing that sort of thing. And that's why everybody's always said that Mike Leach could never win because his offense never stayed on the field long enough. He put too much pressure on his defense. And so, it's definitely difficult whenever, you're on the field for the majority of the snaps for your side of the side of the line of scrimmage.
Well, and two, it feels like the defense has been on the field a lot in the last, 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I feel like it's really been any more or less than before. Maybe it has
Troy,
been.
for sure.
Yeah,
they dominated time of possession.
Yeah, they did, and of course that's a different type of situation a little bit in the fact that what they run, 3 yards in a cloud of dust over and over and over again, and so just kind of by nature, I feel like that's going to happen somewhat against a team like that. But yeah, our defense has definitely spent more time on the field than our offense for sure.
Tell you what, let's pull up some scores here and try to get some halftime scores and see where else we stand here before we get to our second half here. I think we've gone overkill on talking about Cameron and McGregor here. Let's see what else is going on around the area.
Yeah, big game here in the area. China Spring leads Connolly 17-7 at the half. A game that's a little bit of a shocker to me here. Grandview and Glen Rose tied up 21-all in the third quarter. Grandview, two-time defending state champion and undefeated on the season.
Glen Rose is state ranked.
Yeah, they're a good team for sure.
Undefeated also.
Okay, yeah. Wimberley leading Kennedale 14-7. Holland leading Bruce Valetti. Holland's in our listening area, I know, leading Bruce Valetti 28-6 at the half. Hearn is leading Thorndale 21-12 at the half. Oglesby leads Buckholtz 40-24 at the half.
Buckholtz needed a win to get in.
Did they? Yeah, and I've got them down for a win next week against McDade. So I hate to see that. I've got West leading A-Plus Academy, which that's one of those charter school type situations, I believe, 51-0 at the half. Brock 42-0 over Peaster with a minute to go before halftime. Liberty Hill continues to roll on, 21-0 over Marble Falls at the half. Bryan High School leads Belton 21-13 at the half. Robinson continues to struggle, and Salado, the machine that they are, continues to roll. Salado's up 56-0 at the half. And then in our district, of course, you got Rockdale's leading Troy 27-14 at the half. And I haven't looked to see if Herbachik is in fact playing, and if so, how he's doing in that ball game. Franklin, team that our listeners know very well, leads Clifton 34-0. Just starting the second half. Gatesville leads Gerald 14-7 at the half. Got Buffalo over Lexington 30-16 at the half. I think that is probably a second place game there. I think the winner maybe gets second. If Lexington loses, though, they might fall all the way to fourth.
That's a possibility.
I think, because they lost to Rogers, I know. Refugio 8-0 at the half. And Marlin leads Axtell 8-0 at the half. A couple games from earlier this week. And you say earlier this week, not just yesterday, because right now the games are being played just about every night of the week because of the COVID stuff. Got Mart won.
Yeah, that whole district is playing every 5 days.
Yeah, they're playing every 5 days. Yeah.
In fact, they have a game tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah. Mart plays tomorrow, and they played earlier this week. They played on.
That's crazy.
I think it was Monday. They played on Monday. I think it was. They beat Wortham 63-0. Bremond, who I think they're playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I think that's for the district championship
on Halloween.
Yeah, that ought to be a good game. Bremond beat Chilton 48-20, and then Burton beat Milano 56-6. La Vega continues to roll. Earlier this week, they played on Wednesday and beat Alvarado 51-0, and Temple. Last night in a game that was a barn burner, Temple was down 20-0 to Harker Heights and came back and won 38-36.
Wow.
Heck of a ball game there.
All right. Let's see. So, there's a look at your scores. Let's go ahead and close up shop here on the Germania Halftime Report. We've got our second half coming up here in a few minutes. We also need to draw for a chance to win some free barbecue, so we'll do that on the other side. This is the Germania Halftime Report, closing and signing off.
The Germania Insurance Halftime Report. Game nights on KMIL during Cameron Yo football. The second half of tonight's game is next.
McGregor, as we prepare for the second half of our ball game. The Yeomen, though, will be catch up, trailing 21-0 as we start this second half. As we just left the Germania Halftime Report, big thanks to Lisa Roden, your Germania insurance agent over in Cameron, who provides the Germania Halftime Report. And the Yeomen trailing 21-0. We are going to draw for some potential barbecue here in this third quarter, which is brought to you by our friends at Echo in Texas. They are open Thursday through Saturday in Arlen's parking lot. You can get top-notch barbecue, though. I should point out that they are not actually open this week, or have not been open this week. They had a generator issue that hadn't had a chance to get that repaired just yet, but that typically they will be open. I also do want to point out that I think Jamie had mentioned that if you will submit your name on their Facebook page, that's how they're drawing names. So if you want a chance to win barbecue, go look up Echo in Texas and put your name on the list over there, and we'll see about finding ways to get free barbecue, right?
Yeah, for sure. And I sure missed them not being open this week, because I hit them up twice last week. So it's a good thing I did, I guess, since they weren't open this week.
First name that we have drawn is Tia Garrett. Tia Garrett. So if the Yeomen can score a touchdown in the third quarter here tonight, that's a free 3-meat plate to Echo in Texas.
I feel like Tia maybe had her name drawn earlier this year. I don't.
Didn't win.
I can't remember for sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
I can try to look that up a little bit later, maybe. But as we near the second half kickoff. I don't really have time for that. But, yeah, Tia Garrett is our first contestant here tonight. And, of course, if Cameron does happen to score, then, yeah, we will give away free barbecue here tonight. Yeoman trailing 21-0 as we start this second half, and they will be looking for an offensive rebirth here the second half. Our second half kickoff tonight will be brought to you by Little River Event Center, one of the beautiful wedding venues in Central Texas. Just a lot of really cool stuff out there. And, of course, Cameron has done some stuff out there. The Yo High School has had, prom and whatnot?
Yeah, the prom was out there last year. And Yo High School was very lucky that they had a really early prom last year. And so they were one of the few schools probably in the state of Texas that actually had a prom last year.
Well, the Yo football team will get a chance to receive here to start the second half. So the offense will see the field first. And the Yeomen, again, will be playing catch-up here, trailing 21-0. McGregor's second half kick, it's on the ground. And that will be fielded at the 25-yard line. Now working towards the far side of the field is going to be Bynum, and he is going to go out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, decent little return there. That bouncer, it's hard to set up a true kickoff return whenever you get that bouncing kick like that. So not a bad little return by Fabian Bynum at all there.
So the old football team coming out here trailing by 3 touchdowns in this Metro in Texas third quarter. Cameron will start 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. And it'll be single receivers to each side. Twins over to the left side. Yeoman moving left to right on the radio dial as Zidert hands off here in the first play of the second half, and that's a 4-yard carry.
Yeah, nice little gain there by Keyshawn Johnson over inside of the line of scrimmage.
So 2nd down and 6. Coming up for the Yo offense here. Zidert at quarterback. Twins to each side here for Zidert, who looks to his right. Going to dump this one off. That ball's incomplete.
Yeah, and Keyshawn might be lucky that was incomplete, too, because the linebacker had a bead on him there. We did that to him a couple of times in the first half, and they definitely recognized it here early in the second half.
Yeah, read that one all the way. 3rd down and 6 now for Cameron here. 11:17 to go in this Etcho in Texas third quarter. Again, Yeoman moving left to right on the radio dial. And got 2 receivers to each side here for Zidert. 1 man in the backfield who's looking to throw. Zidert looks now under pressure, and he goes down. And a flag comes in too.
Yeah, the big nose guard is just too tough for us up there, Brett. I'm not sure what the flag was.
What came in after Zidert went down. Waiting to see, but it would bring up 4th down after the sack, but we'll see. The penalty is going to be against McGregor. So marking it off against the Bulldogs. And it's going to be 15-yard variety.
McGregor is the call. 50 yard takes the ball up to the 45-yard line.
So 15-yard penalty gives the Yeoman a Centex Auto first down and puts them across midfield to the McGregor 45-yard line.
Definitely needed some new life there. Glad we got it.
Trips off to the right side, on to the left. Zidert, a keeper here. Trying to reverse field, now coming back towards the near side of the field. Looking for a blocker. He's going to be across the 40-yard line. Flags come in, and Zidert goes out of bounds.
Yeah, they're going to call a blindside hit there, I guess, on Jaden Sanchez. I'm not sure that I agree with the call, but...
Will be a penalty against the Yeoman. Yep. Penalty against Cameron after the quarterback run. And so that will... where that pushes the Yeoman back to.
Personal foul, so should be 1st and 25 then, I guess.
All the way back to the... We've gone right back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Back to the Yo 41, so 1st and 25 for Cameron.
I might like to see that draw play again here, Brett. something safe to try to pick up some nice yardage.
Trips to the left side. 21-0. Zeinert's looking to throw here. Throws off to the right side. That ball is caught and then immediately out of bounds. That was by Zachorian Spikes, and that's enough for just about 8 yards.
Yeah, Spikes with a nice little out pattern there.
Brings up second down.
8 yards on the
and about 17.
Spikes, tackle made by DeAndre Parker. Takes the ball up to the 49-yard line.
So, just shy of midfield at their own 49-yard line. Trips over to the left side. 10:43 to go here for this Etowah, Texas third quarter. Zeinert looking to throw again, gets it out to the right side, but quickly out of bounds on the catch from Zachorian Spikes.
Yeah, they're playing with a lot of cushion on Zachorian due to his speed. They don't want to get beat deep, and so quick little out patterns have been the play of choice for the last 2 snaps for the Yeomen.
Another 10, 15-yard pass, and it's going to bring third down and mid-range for the Yeomen. 3rd and 6 here from the McGregor 41-yard line. This
nice
is a
job
key play.
Nice job on 1st and 2nd down there to make 3rd down a manageable play.
Big 3rd down right here. Trips stacked to the right side on the short side of the field. It's going to be a counter handoff up the middle. That is going to be Johnson, who spins through a tackle towards the first down marker, and he should have enough for a Centex Auto first down. He does.
Yeah, kind of a sprint draw there. Huge play, in my opinion, there, and huge, series there by the Yeomen. Staring 1st and 25 in the face, down 21-0. That's a great time to give up, and no give up in the Yeomen yet.
Again, on the near side hash mark, Trips stacked to the right side on the short side of the field. Zeinert, I think, wanted to hand that ball off, but had no one to hand it to. He ends up having to take it himself around the left side and got maybe a couple of yards.
And I'm not sure if he was trying to hand it off or if it was going to be a read looking play. But he stuck it out.
Stuck the ball out.
He stuck the ball out, and there was nobody to stick it out to because the running back had already crossed his.
2nd down and 8 for the Yeomen from the McGregor 32-yard line. Clock at 9:45 and counting down to the Etowah, Texas third quarter. Twin receivers to each side for Zeinert, who's looking to throw. Slings one out to the right side. That one's short, incomplete.
Yeah, underneath out pattern there to Sanchez, but Zeinert just underthrew it a little bit there.
So the incomplete makes it a 3rd down for the Yeomen, 3rd and 8. Yeomen trailing 21-0 here in the second half. How pertinent is it to score right here?
It's real important. It's real important. We really need to score to inject some life and enthusiasm into our team here.
3rd down and 8 for the Yeomen. 9:35 to go as Zeinert looks to throw. Looking left, throws that way. And that ball is picked off. Or at least he caught it near out of bounds. I think that will be a turnover. Yeah, he did catch it.
Yeah. He was they ran a crossing route out there on the Twins did. And so we were trying to hit a really deep out or almost more of a flag pattern there. And our receiver wasn't able to get there, but the safety coming over the top made the play with about I think he got 1 foot in bounds there.
Yeah, he wanted to make sure we got the right call, and it was caught, but caught over on the far sideline, and it ends up as a turnover. Another interception here tonight, 2nd of the night, thrown by a Yo-High quarterback. And so McGregor now takes over, leading 21-0, 9:29 on the clock, 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. On the pistol formation.
I'd be shocked if they don't go deep right here, Brett. I mean, it's what they did last time.
Well, they're going to hand off, trying to find the right side there, but nothing doing. They lost a yard.
Yeah, the little speed sweep type play there, and your defense did a great job of bottling it up, not giving them anywhere to go. Matter of fact, lost a yard on the play.
So it'll bring up 2nd down and 11 from their own 15-yard line.
They're right down in front of our Yo Band, and our Yo Band is doing everything they can to try to help us out here.
Actually, just you check that. That is their own 14-yard line. Well, McGregor definitely starting to try to use as much clock as possible, snapping this thing with just about 1 second on the clock, on the play clock, that is. Now looking to throw, looking deep, Got a man down toward midfield. He's going to catch that at midfield. He's down to the races now. There's the 40. He's got one man to beat. Tries to stutter step here. Then will get hit from behind. And he's going to be inside the 20-yard line. That is a huge pass play.
Yeah, they went play action there, and just really a lone receiver, a one-receiver route on a deep post pattern. And the quarterback dropped back, threw it as far as he could. And our safety, Sanchez, had a chance to come over and make the play, but he just wasn't quite tall enough. And unfortunately, the receiver was able to haul it in. And luckily, Iverson and I think Spikes were able to make the tackle before he was able to get it in the end zone.
It's another huge play that flips the field position battle. And now it's going to be inside the red zone for McGregor from the Yo 15-yard line, 1st and 10. Pistol formation for the Bulldogs. And a handoff around the right side, finds the edge, and he's got about 5 yards on the carry.
Again, they're loading up on that right side of the line of scrimmage, trying to get more guys over there than we've got so that they can just kind of get us outmanned.
Actually, may have only got about 4 yards, it looks like. So 2nd down and 6 coming up here for the Bulldogs. And they are just milking clock. 8:16 to go here in this Etchuin, Texas third quarter. Bulldogs out in front, 21-0. Pistol formation again. Handoff. Try the left side this time, but he is going to bulldoze forward. He's got nice yardage. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but he's across the 10-yard line.
Yeah, they're just going power football right now, just trying to, get as many guys as they can and around there and pull them around there, whichever side, whether they're going right or left, and get that back in behind and find a hole. But they're kind of driving us back a little bit there, so we've got to stiffen up here to try to keep them out of the end zone.
Clock inside 7:40 to go in this third quarter. McGregor up 21-0. Another handoff. Trying to come right up the middle inside the 5-yard line. Still on his feet and still being pushed around. He'll be going down at the 4-yard line. 1st and goal for the Bulldogs from the Yo 4.
That power lead is really, really tough there, Brett. When they get down here into the red zone, it's no doubt what they're going to do. They're loading up and going to just say, hey, we're going to come right at you with more guys and you can get on the side of the ball. And they're being pretty successful with it right now.
This is a 1st and goal from the 4-yard line around the left side. Bounces off a couple of tackers, gets down to the 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Bulldogs.
The 1-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Pretty fortunate to keep him out of the end zone on that play right there, Brett.
Yeah, it looked like he hit a guy and just sort of fell down. Because he wasn't exactly tackled, but regardless, it's only able to hold there. 2nd and goal from the 1. 6.5 minutes left in the quarter. McGregor trying to punch it in and extend their lead. Quarterback, keeper, right side. He's in for the touchdown. There is a flag on the play.
Where that is probably going to be defensive offsides unless they didn't have enough. Okay, legal procedure, yeah. I don't know if somebody got a false start.
False start against the Bulldogs, and that will erase the touchdown. And back McGregor up just a tad. So from the 1-yard line.
Company yardage moves the ball back to the 6-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd and goal from the 6 for the Bulldogs. Leading 21-0 over the Yeoman here, and we're the Yo defense now. This time they go to the shotgun. Twins to each side and try to hand off on the end around. He's going to duck under one tackle, inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, or maybe right at the 5.
Yeah, the speed sweep, which they really hadn't had a lot of success with tonight, but they did actually make a couple yards there. Looks like a player down.
I believe that's a Yeoman.
Yeah, Randy Flores, he's trying to get up, but hobbled, and the officials had already stopped play. So,
well, 3rd and goal coming up for the Bulldogs. Player down for the Yeoman. On a 3rd and 4, or a 3rd and goal from the 4 coming up for McGregor. And this has been a drive that I would say is demoralizing.
Yeah, definitely. We turn it over deep in their territory, which you hate to the turnover to begin with. But you're thinking, okay, well, maybe we can, funnel them up there, a little bit and get the ball back and see if we can do something. Well, then they, hit you with another deep ball over the middle like they did there in the first half. And then now once they've got the ball inside the red zone, they've just been able to just kind of mash us backwards every single play for the most part, with the exception of obviously they got the penalty there, which has helped us out a little bit. So definitely it's one that'll kind of crush your spirits a little bit for sure.
6:07 on the clock here in the Etchuan, Texas third quarter. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back in just a moment.
It's your home away from home. The Budget Host Inn and Suites. Cable TV with flat screen LCD HD TV in each room. Guest laundry, fitness center, and pool. The Southern hospitality at Budget Host Inn and Suites shows through. They can accommodate your next business meeting in their meeting room and business center. Romantic getaway? Book a jacuzzi suite. So if it's a business trip, romantic getaway, or you just need a place to stay for the night, the Budget Host Inn and Suites in Cameron has a room for you. 102 Lafferty Avenue. Call 254-605-0610. BudgetHostCameron.com.
As your players come off the field now, that was Flores for Cameron. He's come off. Riley Flores off the field. Now a 3rd and goal for the Bulldogs. A 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Quarterback looking to throw, rolling left. Zips one out. That ball, I believe, is incomplete at the 1.
McDaniel pass incomplete, intended for Caleb Carmichael.
Kind of a little half roll to his left there, with a couple of out patterns there. Change of personnel here. They're going to go field goal?
Well, it is 4th down for the Bulldogs. They sent the field goal unit here on 4th down. 4th and goal, and the field goal unit out. They'll try for a 21-yarder here. Kick is up, and that one's good, and it's now 24-0. Bulldogs leading the Cameron Yeoman here in McGregor. You're listening to Yo Football 105 on the Ranch.
At Milam County Livestock Auction, our goal is to provide the best market environment for both buyers and sellers. Located in Cameron, we're right in the heart of Central Texas, which allows us to service customers from all over the state. I'm Kenan Mingus, and I invite you to join our team every Friday at noon for our weekly sale. You can reach us at 254-697-6697. Check us out on Facebook or at MilamCountyLivestockAuction.com. We look forward to seeing you this Friday at Milam County Livestock Auction. Sale starts at noon.
Welcome back to Bulldog Stadium here at McGregor. The Bulldogs out in front now, extending their lead 24-0 after a 21-yard field goal. And the Bulldogs leading by 4 scores now with 5:47 to go in the Etchuan, Texas third quarter. Bulldogs will be kicking off here to the Yeoman once again, as this game has been all McGregor here tonight. No offense really needing to find put some points on the board. Bulldogs set to kick off here. And it's going to be a kick on the ground. Takes a hop. Will be caught at the 34-yard line. And now bouncing around the left side. And he will be up near midfield to about the 46-yard line.
Nice job there by Iverson Brazil, fielding the onside kick and getting behind a few blockers and getting across the field and making some nice yardage on the kickoff return right there.
Yeah, bounced around out there and was able to take it to the other side of the field and did a nice job. 5:37 left to go in this third quarter, brought to you by Etchuan, Texas.
Still trying to win Tia Garrett some barbecue.
That's right. Still got over 5 minutes left here in this quarter for a chance to do that. So the Yeoman will come out 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line, right near midfield. It's a two-back set. With Twins off to the right side. And it will be a handoff towards the left. And they'll pick up a yard, maybe two.
And Muniz is back at the quarterback position this drive again, Brett.
Yes, he is. So Muniz is back. The Yeomen have been alternating quarterbacks here for most of the night.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9.
2nd down and 9 here for the Yeomen. Coming up on inside of 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this quarter. Yeomen trailing 24-0. Still in the two-back set. Muniz looking to throw. Steps up, lets this one go. That one's going to be caught across midfield and then immediately drilled.
Yeah, nice catch by Sanchez there and just hammered by two McGregor Bulldog defenders as he was making the catch. And actually, Muniz was lucky to get the pass off there. I think Muniz was hit as he was letting go of the ball right there, which kind of made it flutter a little bit.
That'll be 3rd down and 4 for the Yo offense here from off to the right side, but he's looking that way. That ball in and out of the hands of a McGregor defender and then incomplete.
Yeah, very lucky that one wasn't a pick six right there. We're running some quick little hook patterns with our Twins there, and the McGregor secondary, or McGregor linebacker rather, outside linebacker jumped the pattern, and so very lucky that one wasn't a pick six there.
4th down for the Yeomen here, just across midfield at the McGregor 48-yard line. This will be an interesting call, too. The Yeomen have been stagnant offensively. Trailing 24-0 with less than 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and they are going to go for it, and flags come in as the snap comes back.
Yeah, and Zeinert's come back into the game at quarterback here. I thought when he was come back on the field that maybe we were going to go ahead and punt the ball away, but definitely was not the intention.
Well, a penalty against the Yeomen, a false start. That backs the Yeomen up to their side of the field. And it'll be 4th and 9 from their own 47-yard line, and Zeinert now will back up. And unable to fall on top of it. Now they may have. Who came up with it?
Yeah, Colton Barbo came out of the pile with the ball.
Yeah. End up with a football.
That was a bounce that we needed to come our way.
Yeomen end up with a football after McGregor can't keep up with the punt. It was muffed by the return man. And it ends up with the Yeomen inside at the McGregor 27. So offense. Twins off to the left side. And looking to throw is Zeinert. Lost one towards the end zone. And trying to run underneath it is Zakorian Spikes, but can't hang on to it.
Yeah, almost a touchdown catch there by Zakorian. Zane may have underthrown it half a step there because Zakorian had to slow up right at the very end there, allowing the coverage guy to come in and get a piece of the ball. Zakorian almost still was able to bring it down, just not quite.
So a 2nd down and 10 for the Yeomen, again with a two-back set. Twins are off to the left side this time for Cameron. From the McGregor 27. And this time, handing off, but the McGregor Bulldogs read this one perfectly. And they are going to bring him down for a loss. The tailback goes down for a loss of 2.
And I think that was Fabian Solomon that was in at the running back position that time. Haven't seen Pharrell Hemphill in a while, Brett. I think he may sustained an injury and may be out right now.
4 minutes, 10 seconds to go in this Etcho in Texas third quarter. Yeomen trailing 24-0. 3rd down and 12. A two-back set, two receivers off to the right. Zeinert's looking to throw. Looking right, now looking left. And that ball's picked off right at the line of scrimmage. And now going the other way, up across midfield, down the sideline to the 40, and then finally goes down and out of bounds. 3rd interception of the night by the McGregor defense.
trying to hit spikes on a drag pattern right there, and the linebacker stayed home and just read it all the way.
So another turnover here tonight, and it's McGregor football. 3:51 to go in the Etcho and Texas third quarter. And it's McGregor football on the O side of the field.
Definitely unfortunate after, getting the second opportunity with the muffed punt there.
So 1st and 10 for McGregor from the 36-yard line. And if you're McGregor, you want to milk as much time as you can for the rest of this game, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no need for them to get in any hurry whatsoever other than, if the clock is stopped right now, they better get a play off. But outside of that.
They just get this snap off and looking to throw. Now quarterback dancing around, lofts one up towards the end zone. That ball is incomplete.
Yeah, play action in the backfield and trying to pick on Brazil again with another deep post pattern. Brazil did a great job of kind of jumping around the receiver and knocking it away just at the last second.
Yeah, excellent defensive play by Brazil and saves another touchdown on the board. 2nd down and 10 now for the Bulldogs. Leading 24-0.
McGregor kind of going for the dagger there.
Looking for that. Bulldogs in the pistol formation, single receivers, and now all sorts of movement by the Bulldogs. They come set and hand the ball off. Looking for the left side, trying to throw a stiff arm, and throws another one, then gets tripped up and goes out of bounds, and that was number 6, Chandler Enns.
Yeah, that's Kason Goolsby from the safety position coming up, making the initial contact with Fabian Solomon, finishing him off from the linebacker position there.
Ended up picking up a yard on the carry, and it'll be a 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs from the 35-yard line.
Again, not necessarily what you want to see there, Brett, with your free safety coming up and making first contact on a run play there. But only allowed, about a yard on the play?
3 minutes left in this third quarter. Brought to you by Etcho in Texas. Bulldogs out in front, 24-0 on the Yeoman. Trips off to the right side, one man alone to the left. McDaniel, the quarterback, takes a handoff. Now steps up, tries to take off running, instead trips. And he's going to go down for a loss of a couple of yards.
Yeah.
And he's hurt.
He's hurt, yeah. He's kind of holding his left wrist.
And McDaniel... holding that left arm, wrist, very gingerly as he comes off the field.
Just went straight to the bench and sat down.
Yeah, he did.
He's still favoring it.
And there hadn't been a trainer come over to check on it.
Tell you, if I'm McGregor, I want to know if that young man's all right or not.
Well, it's going to be 4th down for the Bulldogs. Trainers finally come over to the quarterback. McDaniel now being looked at as it's 4th down for the Bulldogs, and they're ready to punt. Inside 2.5 minutes to go, and the Yeoman nearly had a block of that, and they did get a piece of it, and it's going to be a short punt, and that will help the Yeoman a bit.
Yeah, Eduardo Gill was able to get a good rush right there, straight up the middle, and definitely got a piece of it to deflect it at an angle out of bounds. Very lucky for McGregor that he didn't get all of it, because if he did, he would have knocked it backwards there.
So with 2:15 on the clock left to go in this Etcho in Texas third quarter, it's Yo football again. They'll have it at their own 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Yeoman trailing 24-0 here in this ball game. It's going to be twin receivers off to the left side here. Ziner is looking to throw. Throws one out. That ball's caught. Streaking across the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Yeoman.
Yeah, and they're just getting up, playing tight in Spike's face. And, he's a tough guy to run with. And Ryan laid it perfectly out in front of him. He's able to run under it and just cruise on in for the touchdown.
6 points on the board. We gave away barbecue.
There we go. All right. See ya.
So that is a Etcho in Texas 3-meat plate given away. And a congratulations to Tia Garrett. Now we're going to try for an extra point. Your extra point try here tonight. Brought to you by Cryer Collision. Instead, it'll be a 2-point conversion. And flags come in here.
Flags on the play.
You know, at score standing at 24-6, it makes sense to go for 2 here because you can get 8-8-8. You know, you can tie the ball game up, you know, so definitely makes sense to go for 2 here.
Well, the penalty backs the Yeomen up. False start, pushes them back. The extra 2-point try from the 8-yard line. Twins to the right side. They'll send a man in motion. Yeomen going to roll to the right. Now look left. Loft one out that direction.
Yeoman used a lot of eye candy motion over on the right-hand side, and Ryan kind of half rolled to the right and threw it all the way back to the left to Keyshawn Johnson, who had snuck out to the left corner to the end zone there, laid it perfectly over Keyshawn's shoulder, was able to haul it in for the 2-point conversion.
Well, the new score, McGregor 24, Yeoman 8, 2:03 to go in the third quarter. You're listening to Yo Football on 105 on the Ranch.
Legacy Nursing and Rehabilitation, located at 2202 North Travis in Cameron, is proud to back the Fighting Cameron Yeomen in 2020. Good luck to all Yo and Lady Yo athletes, trainers, coaches, cheerleaders, Bell Brigade, and that award-winning Yo High Band. Most people have a story to tell. Yo Nation has a legend. Legacy Nursing and Rehabilitation is proud to say,
and welcome back in here is our new score, 24-8, as we get into a Don's Painted Body scoring drive real quick.
Carmichael back to receive.
Don's Painted Body with over 20 years experience in taking the dents out of accidents. 171 yards.
Kind of an onside attempt there by the Yeomen. Number 21, Kobe Reinecke, junior running back, fell on the ball with a lot of room there. I think you would have thought he might have tried to make some yardage out of that.
Well, instead, it will be
offsides against Cameron.
McGregor football here. And yeah, quarterback is going to come back out. DeAndre McDaniel, who had the injury to his left wrist, is returned at quarterback. And he was holding that left hand gingerly as he took the field. See how that plays into this ball game as he'll hand off here on the first play of this drive, and that is going to be a handoff for all of about a yard.
Dominic Rangel really did a great job of getting off at the snap right there and caught the running back from behind really as he was taking the handoff.
One takes the ball to the 41-yard line, 2nd and 9.
So 2nd down and 9 here. By the way, I needed to draw another name for Etcho in Texas here for the final couple of minutes. Katrina Bynum. So if the Yeomen can score again here before the end of the quarter, they'll give away more free barbecue. Meanwhile, 2nd down and 9 here for the Bulldogs as they move out of the pistol formation into a trips off to the left side here for McDaniel. Looking to throw here. Looking down the middle of the field he goes, and he overthrew his man.
And Sanchez is playing deep safety right there and kind of went out on a bead at the receiver there and put a good lick on the receiver. I tell you, I think we're really lucky maybe there that we didn't get a defenseless receiver or targeting penalty there.
Yeah, that was interesting. Looked like he almost got clotheslined.
Yeah. Sanchez put a heck of a hit on the receiver there.
I believe that was number 6, Chandler Renz, too. No, that's actually number 3. That's Caleb Carmichael.
Yeah.
Trips off to the left side again for McDaniel. He's going to try the delayed handoff. Try to go up the middle. He bounces off that first tackler. Then he's going to pick up extra yardage, and that is a huge turnaround after nearly being down in the backfield.
Yeah, we pretty much had him for a loss there, and luckily he only was able to get 2, and so McGregor bring the punt team back on here. But definitely a good defensive stand by the Yeoman there.
Brings up 4th down and about 7 here for the Bulldogs. They're going to bring out the punt team. Just a minute to go in this HON Texas third quarter. It's 24-8. Bulldogs out in front of the Yeoman. 2 deep for Cameron.
A little puzzled by McGregor not coming out with like their red zone offense right there and trying to run some clock.
And here comes the punt. They will get this one off. They'll take a bounce at the 30. The Yeoman will let it go. It'll be downed by the Bulldogs at the Yo 26-yard line. With 52.5 seconds to go in this third quarter, Yo football team trailing by 2 scores.
Be interesting to see if McGregor comes out and plays us defensively like they did on that last series where they played us kind of basically man-free, where they don't have a free safety, or a straight man where they don't have a free safety, so they had no help for anybody with Zakorian over the top. Looks like they definitely have a safety and maybe even an underneath guy on this play.
1st and 10 for the Yeoman, their own 26-yard line. Twins to the right side. They take the snap here. They're going to throw out there. That's Muniz, who completes this pass, but immediately drilled after a 3-yard completion.
Yeah, real quick little out pattern there to Case and Goolsby with a quick little out underneath the Zakorian, who had run his guy off deep.
So Muniz out for a 2nd consecutive series after leading the Yeoman on a touchdown for the first time. First touchdown of the night, in fact. Coming up on 20 seconds left in this quarter. Yeoman trailing 24-8. But he's trying to get everybody lined up. He's got about 5 seconds before the snap's got to be done. Twin back set here, now looking to throw. Looking deep. Spikes. Hauls this one in, and then he is going to be brought down at the McGregor 30-yard line, and that is a huge completion by Muniz.
Yeah, went max protect there with Solomon and Johnson in the backfield to give him a little bit of extra time, and Spikes, took off like he was going to run that fly pattern and turned it into a post pattern down the middle of the field. Made a great catch and really got tackled by his helmet. I'm surprised there wasn't some extra yardage tacked on.
0.8 seconds left.
And that's the end of the first.
And Yeoman were unable to get lined up in time to get the snap off, and that will be the end of the HON Texas third quarter. We did manage to give away some HON Texas barbecue. Congratulations to Tia Garrett. But right now we start quarter number 4. Yeoman trailing 24-8, but on the move here in McGregor. This is Yo Football on 105 on the Ranch.
Heating and air conditioning. We all expect it to work. When it doesn't, don't call any heating and AC company. Call Temple Heat and Air, your full-service AC and heating company. 254-771-1012. Locally owned and operated since 2001, you'll see the difference in their personalized, safe, and friendly service. As an American Standard and Lennox dealer, you'll get the right parts and service for the right system. Get same-day service and no surprises, plus great financing and discounts. When your system isn't working, call Temple Heat and Air, 254-771-1012.
Welcome back here in McGregor. We start quarter number 4 here tonight. The fourth quarter brought to you by the Yo Athletic Booster Club, who supports the Cameron Yeoman on and off the field. You too can become a member and join the Booster Club. They meet on Mondays at 7 p.m. Where at this week?
Yeah, as far as I know, I think our meetings are still right now, unless something changes, we're still all scheduled out at Bob's Steakhouse at 7 o'clock on Monday night.
So, start of the fourth quarter, Yeoman find themselves trailing 24-8 here. But 1st and 10 for Cameron offensively from the McGregor 30-yard line. Muniz at quarterback, Twins off to the left side, and he takes a snap looking to throw, and he's going to try to take off running around the left side, still running on his feet across the 30-yard line, the 25, and then he is going to be slammed to the turf in the out of bounds.
And I'm not sure what exactly happened there, Brett. Looked like, I know our Zakorian Spikes had turned and looked at our coaching staff like we were maybe changing the play there, but the snap was snapped, and so Ryan alertly took off and got a nice little gain there.
7-yard gain brings up 2nd and 3.
Surprised there wasn't a flag on that play, but regardless, it works out for the Yeomen. They picked up 7 yards. It's going to be 2nd down and 3 here. But he's looking to throw, looking towards middle of the field. That ball's caught at about the 20-yard line. And he's going to try to fight forward, and that's going to be close for a first down. Auto first down, and it's also going to push the Yeomen in the Bling Box Boutique red zone. That's the Bling Box Boutique at 111 North Central, downtown Cameron. Check out their Facebook where you can find all kinds of cool deals and steals. That is the Bling Box Boutique, downtown Cameron, as Yeomen at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 in the Bling Box Boutique red zone. Twins off to the right side. One man alone to the left. 2 in the backfield with Muniz. It takes it and hands it off. And right up the gut he goes, up to the 10-yard line. Another Centex Auto first down. And that is a huge run. It's 1st and goal for the Yeomen. At the 10-yard line, after a 10-yard carry by Keyshawn Johnson, and the Yeomen looking to narrow the lead by McGregor further.
He's doing a really good job of keeping the Bulldogs off balance here.
Twins off to the right side, but again a handoff here, right up the middle again, as Johnson just kind of motors forward for 5 yards. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Keyshawn Johnson. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line.
Yeomen trailing 24-8, but in business here at the 5-yard line, facing 2nd and goal. Twins to the left side here for Muniz. And he's going to pull it and look to throw. Now escapes a couple of tacklers, darting around inside the 5, and he dives down forward. He'll be down to about the 2-yard line.
I tell you, he was really lucky right there. They kind of had him dead to rights for a sack there. He was able to escape 2 tacklers there and dart through several other guys to get the ball down to the 2-yard line here.
So 3rd down and goal for Cameron from the 2-yard line. Yeomen moving right to left here in this 4th quarter on the radio dial. Muniz at quarterback. And hands off. And Johnson is going to be short. 4th and goal from about the inch line.
I thought he had fallen across the goal line, Brett, but man,
he's about as close as you can get without being in.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that he didn't cross the goal line.
Yeah, the line really judge over here on this side just showed inches.
Yeah, and the line judge had a great vantage point there, so definitely he knew exactly where the ball was for sure.
4th and inches. Just shy of the goal line. Yeomen trailing 24-8. 9-10 to go in this ball game. Yeomen lining up to go for it. Needing points. Handoff. And stood. No. He will get in. Touchdown, Yeomen.
Yeah, the
second
McGregor Bulldogs almost right at the snap started celebrating, but Johnson just kept his feet turning all the way until he could get the ball across the line for the score.
2nd effort by Keyshawn Johnson gets him into the end zone. And the Yeomen make it 24-14.
And again, we'll go for 2 here to try to cut it to 1-score ball game.
So Muniz to try again here. Twin receivers to each side. Trying for 2, the Cryer collision. 2-point conversion. They're going to sling one out to the left side. Tries to stick the ball over the... And it was good.
Yeah, quick out pattern there to Jaden Sanchez. And he turned, and when he did, he was about 1.5 yards short of the goal line and just dove out with the ball and knocked over the pylon for the 2-point conversion there. Outstanding drive by the Yeomen right there. Great couple of plays there. And so awesome for us to be back in this ball game when you consider where we were down 21-0 at the half to right now being down by 1 score with 9 minutes to go, Brett. Just a great comeback so far here by the Yeomen.
With 9:03 on the clock, that's all that's left in this game. The Yeomen find themselves down 8 points, 24-16. And Cameron has found something that has worked here in the second half. Let's get to the Don's Painted Body scoring drive. 9 plays, 74 yards. It ends on a 1-yard run by Johnson. Actually, I believe that was a 2-yard run by Johnson. Regardless,
we're not going to squabble over that.
Right? It's going to be a short kick, and I think that's going to go out of bounds, and we'll get a flag. It will.
Yeah, we went with the angle kick there, trying to get over there and steal a possession, and ball sailed just a little bit wider than we needed it to go.
By the way, I was way off. It was an inch. Was it inch touchdown run?
1 inch touch. Yeah, you tried to go from to make it from a yard to a 2-yard, and it was actually an inch. That's right.
That's right. It was 4th and short. All right. One of these days we'll figure it out.
It doesn't matter. It's 6 points.
That's right. Well, 8 points after that.
Well, yeah. The touchdown was 6, so.
9:03 on the clock. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. They'll have it from their own 44-yard line. Pistol formation for McGregor. Handoff, left side. Yo defense tries to stand him up. Instead, he'll pick up 4 yards on the carry. Broke through that first line of defense and got to the secondary.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see if they kind of go with a philosophy of let's try to run some clock here, or if they try to, just kind of run their regular offense and try to go down and score here.
2nd down and 6 for the Bulldogs here from their own 48-yard line. 8.5 to go in this ball game.
I think the Bulldogs are going to put the ball in the air here, Brett. I just got a feeling.
We'll see what they decide. McDaniel, a quarterback in the pistol formation. Had Twins off to the right side. They'll hand it off again. Trying to throw a stiff arm around that left side. Finds the corner and picks up nice yardage as he gets near the first down marker.
And it shows you what I know. But the important thing is we were able to run him out of bounds, preserving clock. And so 3rd and 5 here, huge play by the defense here. If we can get a stop, or if we can get a negative play on this play and force them to punt for sure, man, that would be just huge right here, Brett.
Yeah, he actually managed to step out at midfield, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs. And I'm telling you, McDaniel, his left hand is hurt. When you watch him run, that left arm does not move. It's not a natural running motion when he does that. Now backing up, dumps this off on a screen pass. They're going to pick up enough for the first down here, but if you watch McDaniel hold that left arm, doesn't move when it should.
Yeah,
makes sense.
It's kind of hanging like a dead limb.
Yeah,
like a dead tree limb a little bit there for sure. Unfortunately, they were able to pick up the first down there. Luckily, he went out of bounds, preserving some clock for us.
8:03 on the clock. They're going to fake the handoff here, then dump this one off on another screen pass. He's going to set up in front of a couple of blockers, got flags coming in, and then he'll get inside the 20-yard line, but this one may well come back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's coming back. That hit right there on Sanchez.
Waiting on the call here. They would have been a huge game for the Bulldogs. I do believe that will come back. It will be against McGregor.
Personal foul against McGregor is the call.
So penalty here will negate a huge play.
It's going to be a spot foul, though, so it's going to be back to around the original line of scrimmage, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll see where they put this. Right at the 40-yard line of Cameron Yo.
40 yards moves the ball back to the 40-yard line. 1st and 8.
So it'll be 1st down and 8 for the Bulldogs. Clock will start to run here. Inside 7:45 to go in this ball game. McGregor out in front, 24-16 from the pistol formation. Not sure the Yo defense was set to hand it off around the left side. He's going to truck the first man he sees and goes down after about a 4-yard carry.
Yeah, and unfortunately the thing that really hurts us there is that he's able to stay in bounds, and so the clock will continue to run here. Would imagine that it'd be under 7 minutes left in the ball game whenever they snap the ball here.
Gain of 3 on the play, 37-yard line, 2nd and 5.
If the Yo defense could force a turnover here, Brett, that would just be huge.
It would. 2nd down and 5 from the Yo 37. And again, a handoff trying to come around the left side, but chased down from behind and brought down for no gain.
Yeah, Eduardo Gil right there, just from the backside, just totally destroyed his man and caught the running back from behind before he was able to cross the line of scrimmage. So loss of a couple there by the Bulldogs.
So 3rd down and 6.
37-yard line, 3rd and 6.
We need that type of effort out of all 11 defenders on this play right here, Brett.
From the Yo 37, 3rd and 6. Inside 6.5 minutes to go in the ball game. Yeoman trailing by a score, 24-16 here in McGregor. It's McGregor football. They go to the shotgun. 3 receivers off to the right side for McDaniel. He's looking to throw, looking right, all day to throw. Dumps this one off. That ball's caught at the 30-yard line. He's got enough for a first down as he goes down.
We just couldn't get any pressure on the quarterback at all that time, Brett. He just had forever to sit back there and find an open receiver. We've got to get a better rush on that play right there.
Inside of 6 minutes to go here in the ball game. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at the Yo 27-yard line. McGregor out in front, 24-16 on top of the Yeoman here. Pistol formation, handoff. Working his way through the line of scrimmage. Got a couple or 3 yards there before he's stacked up.
The running back is really slow to get up here, Brett. I'm not sure if he's going to get off the turf. He's
slow to get up, indeed.
He's asking to come out of the ball game. So
He takes the ball out of the 25-yard line. 2nd and 8 for McGregor.
He will come off.
To go in the game.
And so it will be 2nd down and 8, and just about 5 minutes left in this ball game here.
McGregor taking a lot of time to get their plays in and get lined up here, still with 18 seconds on the play clock.
Inside of 5 minutes left. On 2nd and 8, the Yo 25-yard line. From the shotgun, McDaniel hands off. Right side. They'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards. It'll be up to just shy of the 20-yard line.
Flag on the play, Brett.
There is a flag.
Holding against McGregor.
It is a holding call against the Bulldogs.
And that's one of those things where you have to take the penalty because you've got to back them up here. They're too close to the first down, but you hate that you have to do it because you have to give away the down, and so you're going to give them an opportunity to run another play that otherwise they might not get the opportunity to run.
That means it will remain 2nd down. And it pushes them back to about a 2nd and 13, it looks like. So 2nd and 13 from the 31-yard line. Inside 4.5 minutes to go in this ball game. Bulldogs come out in a pistol formation. Twins off to the left, and a trickeration play. The double handoff around the left side. He's got lots of running room, enough for a first down, and he's going to be inside the 15-yard line to about the 13.
Yeah, they ran a reverse there, Brett. Just handed it to the tailback going to the right, and the slot back on the right side just took the handoff from him back around the left, and the Yo defense had over-pursued just a little bit there. And so big first down run there by the Bulldogs to set them up 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 from the Yo 12-yard line. 4:14 on the clock. Bulldogs out in front, pistol formation here. Handoff, looking for the right side, trying to find the edge, tries to stiff arm a man, he does. Gets inside the 10-yard line, breaks another tackle, and then goes out of bounds.
And Young Man was doing everything he could to try to stay in bounds. Luckily, the Yo defense pushed him out of bounds to stop the clock again here to try to preserve as much time as we possibly can. Of course, we also have to get a stop and not allow any points right here to really have a shot.
2nd down and 6 now for McGregor from the Yo 8-yard line. 4:04 left in the ball game. Yeoman trailing 24-16. Bulldog football on second down. Handoff. Again, that was trying to find that right side, but he's going to lose yards. Lost 2, back to the 10.
Yeah, big stop by Fabian Solomon there. And there were some of our Yo defensive linemen did a great job of just kind of blowing up the offensive lineman in front of him where the back had no room to go. He had to bounce outside.
So 3rd and 8 for McGregor here. Leading by 8. Coming up inside of 3.5 minutes left in the ball game. 3rd and 8 from the Yo 8. Can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown. Single receivers to each side is McDaniel. Play breaks down, scrambles around to his left. Tries to throw a stiff arm, throws as he goes. That ball's picked off of the end zone. Now going the other way. And now they are blowing the play dead.
Oh, my gosh, Brett. Are they saying he was in the grasp there or down? Wow. That was a pick 6. That was a 105-yard pick 6 waiting to happen. Oh, my gosh.
That play was blown dead. I have not seen what they were calling, but this could be a huge turn of events. That ball was most definitely picked off by the Yeoman. It would have gone all the way to the house.
Yeah, there was no doubt we were going to score on that play. I guess they called him Asper or stop a forward progress there or something before he threw the ball. But, man.
That will make the clock start running inside of 3 minutes left to go. It should be, I think, 4th down, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it's 4th and
4th and 12.
4th and 12, yeah.
Should be 4th and 12 for about the 15-yard line.
They're going to let the clock, they're going to call timeout here.
So the Bulldogs will take a timeout. 2:41 on the clock, and that is a huge swing. And a call that hurts the Yeoman.
Yeah, for sure. That's one of those ones where it's kind of a head scratcher, Was he down? Was he in the grasp? He obviously threw the ball, so he didn't feel like he was. So that's one of those things. It's really, really tough right there to swallow, man. That's one that you're going to have some questions about at the end of the ball game, no matter how it turns out.
Takes away an interception. Takes away what would have been a pick 6. Takes away what could have been a tie ball game.
Yeah, exactly. That was potentially the game-tying touchdown right there. Of course, we're banking on the fact that we would have got the 2-point conversion. Wow, huge opportunity for McGregor. So it looks like they're coming out with the field goal unit here.
Yeah, 4th down and 15. They're going to try.
We've done a great job of rushing their punter. Sure would be nice to get one against the 30 here.
31-yard try.
It's
that
short.
Kick is going to be short. No good.
We've got some life, Brett. We got some life. We got some spirit. We got some enthusiasm over on our sideline, and the Bulldogs are walking off the field.
So it is still ends up working out in Yo favor. Missed field goal gives the Yeoman the football.
Bring it out to the 25-yard line, won't it?
They'll have it at the 20, it looks like.
Okay.
That's where they're going to put it. 2 minutes, 33 seconds is all that's left in the ball game. Yeoman trailing by 8, 24-16. Yeoman come out, twin receivers to each side. Moniz hands off, right up the middle. And he'll pick up 3 yards on the carry. Maybe only 2.
Trying to catch him off guard there with the draw play.
Yeoman having to move into a 2-minute drill here. 2 minutes, 15 seconds and counting down. 2nd down and 7 after the 3-yard carry. Twins to each side as Moniz takes a snap, looks to throw. Looks right, rolling right, still rolling right. Now takes off running. sidesteps, and he's going to go down after picking up a couple of yards.
Yeah, it looks like he was able to get out of bounds, though, stop the clock, and preserve the timeouts. So
1:56 is where the clock stops. Should be a third down and about 6 for Cameron. Maybe about 7. Penalty. Wow, penalty against McGregor.
It was a face mask call, Brett. So be 15 yards and automatic first down. Gives us another set of downs right there. That's huge.
Huge mistake by the Bulldogs, leading 24-16. 1:56 is all that's left. Now the clock starts moving again. Yeoman have it from their own 40-yard line. Muniz looking to throw. Pulls it down, takes off running, scrambling around the right side. Enough for a first down across midfield to the 40. Still down the sideline and will be finally shoved out of bounds. But after a big gain, actually, they say he stepped out back around the 42 of McGregor.
Still going to be a first down, still out of bounds, preserving the clock. And so great job by Muniz there. They're kind of in a prevent defense. They're, a max coverage, a nickel or dime look. And so nobody was open. So I was able to take off there and luckily able to pick up a block from, I think it was Keyshawn Johnson out there in the flat as well, to be able to make that nice yardage there.
Just about a minute and a half left in this ball game. Yeoman trailing 24-16, but on the move.
I'm not sure we're going to have to call timeout, Brett. We're not going to get the playoff.
1st and 10. The Yeoman do get a timeout. First of the second half. They'll have it remaining. We'll take one with them. We're coming back in just a moment here in McGregor. Yeoman trailing by 8.
You know the problem. More stuff than storage. Lone Star Structures has you covered. Lone Star Structures' skilled craftsmen have been building top-notch sheds since 1997. Design your own with their brand new shed builder at LoneStarStructures.com or browse their available inventory for quick delivery. Lone Star Structures, Midway Drive exit in Temple or Highway 77 in Rosebud Lot. Call 800-551-4807. Lone Star Structures. Buy local. Buy from folks you trust.
The U Athletic Booster Club, fourth quarter. Yeoman are on the move. 1st and 10 for Cameron from the 42 of McGregor. 1:38 on the clock. That's all that's left in this ball game. Yeoman trailing by 8. Trips off to the left side for Muniz. The quarterback slings it out that direction. That ball's going to be caught, and then he'll immediately go down. And that will keep the clock rolling. Inside of a minute and a half left in the ball game.
Quick hook pattern there to Sanchez. About a 6-yard pickup.
Yeoman need to get moving here. Coming up on 1:15 to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 4 here for the Yeoman. Twins to each side. Muniz again looking to throw, looking towards the sideline. That ball's caught, and he'll go out of bounds in a hurry. That's right near the first down marker, and will be enough for a Centex Auto first down.
Brashear, who's in at wide receiver for Hemphill, who I think I got some communication that Hemphill may have a concussion, but Brashear ran his guy off deep, and so Goolsby was able to run the quick out pattern underneath him to get the first down there, give us another set of downs and out of bounds to stop the clock.
1st down and 10 from the McGregor 32-yard line. Twins to each side from the near hash mark. Muniz looking to throw, looks right. Sets, throws, and that ball thrown into coverage is caught by the Yeoman near the sideline, and that is going to be a completion at the 14-yard line.
Spikes ran his guy off, and Sanchez kind of ran a flag pattern underneath him there. And, man, I tell you, Muniz put that throw on the money where Sanchez was able to haul it in for the first down and get out of bounds inside the red zone. Just what a phenomenal play.
Yeah, the Blink Box Boutique red zone. 1st and 10 for the Yeoman from the 14-yard line. Muniz looking to throw, pump fakes once, now rolling to his right. Eludes the grasp of a defender and then goes down after picking up a couple of yards. He'll get to the 10-yard line. Clock is running, 45 seconds, and finally, Yeoman will take a timeout.
I think it's a good decision there to get the timeout called. You know, we kind of had players all over the field. Muniz was, you know, had been tackled, and so get us in a good play here. You know, not a bad timeout there at all.
Well, with 44.7 seconds left in the ball game, it's Yo football at the 10-yard line. It's second down and about 7, it looks like. And this is going to be a huge series of events for the Yeomen right now. Trailing by 8 points. Your season is on the line. Just 44.7 seconds left in the ball game.
10 yards and a 2-point conversion away from a tie game.
So Cameron, out of the timeout, has just 1 remaining. Muniz at quarterback. As the Yeomen come out with twin receivers to each side. 1 man in the backfield. Second down and 7 for Cameron. Muniz looking to throw. Looking end zone. And that ball is going to be tipped away.
Kind of a skinny post pattern there by Kason Goolsby, and the play had a chance. And actually, I thought by alignment, I thought it was potentially a play that we might run, and thought it was a great decision there. Just a good defensive play by the McGregor Bulldogs.
So third down and 7, 40.1 seconds to go. From the 10, Muniz again looking to throw. Lost one towards the end zone, overthrew his man, and he was wide open.
Yeah, he had beat him on a corner pattern there, but Ryan just overthrew it just a little bit there, and so weren't able to get there. So big play here, Brett.
So
this season.
All comes down to this. 4th down and 7 from the 10-yard line. Yeomen trailing 24-16. 35.5 seconds is all that's left of the Yeomen facing 4th down. Need a first down or a touchdown to extend their year.
And we're going to have a timeout, Brett.
And the Yeomen will take their final timeout. So Cameron out of timeouts.
That is their final timeout.
As they take their last one. We'll take one with them with just over 30 seconds to go. You're listening to Yo Football on the Ranch.
Tadayos Furniture, Flooring, and Fireplaces offers the best selection on name brand furniture like Lazy Boy recliners, sofas and love seats, Simmons mattresses, Mohawk and Shaw flooring, and Fireplace Extraordinaire fireplaces. If you haven't been to Tadayos lately, visit their showroom on Highway 77, 1 mile north of Cameron. New inventory arriving daily. Tadayos, your best choice for furniture and flooring in Milam County. Tadayos Furniture, Flooring, and Fireplaces. Proud to support Yeomen Athletics, a winning tradition.
Back here into McGregor, where the season is literally hanging in the balance here for the Cameron Yeomen. 4th down and 7 from the McGregor 10-yard line. Cameron trailing 24-16, just 35.5 seconds to go. And a huge 4th down right here for Cameron. Twin receivers to each side. Muniz the quarterback. Yeomen sent a man in motion across the formation. Muniz looking to throw. Lost one towards the end zone. That ball picked off by the Bulldogs. And that will be the end of the 2020 season for the Yeomen here tonight.
Yeah, brought spikes across the formation in some speed sweep motion there, and tried to isolate him and get him a head start out towards the corner of the end zone there. And just they had too many defenders out there. The play just wasn't there, and so disappointing for sure. But valiant effort here in the second half by the Yeomen.
Has been for sure. 30.2 seconds is all that's left. Yeomen are out of timeouts. And it'll be 1st and 10 for McGregor, who kneels this one
and
from the victory formation, and that will be the end of this ball game. And the Yeomen will end 2020 and their regular season with a loss, 24-16 to the McGregor Bulldogs. Oh.